Alejandro, whenever you're ready, get started.
Spike by Nathan Burt. Interior kitchen, night. Close up on a pair of bare feet, walking across the kitchen towards Mina, late teens, sitting at the kitchen table reading a book. The feet walking towards her are Mina's mother's, Rhoda, early 40s. Mina has her back to Rhoda, so she doesn't see her coming. Mina closes the book and looks like she's pondering what she just read. Rhoda stops as she sees her daughter, seemingly off in a daze. Eventually, Rhoda breaks Mina's spell.
Mina, honey,
Mina jumps in her seat. This startles Rhoda. They both take a big breath of air and laugh.
Don't do that, Mom.
I'm sorry, honey. Everything okay?
Mina becomes
Yeah,
teary-eyed.
yeah, just thinking about Dad.
Rhoda pauses for a brief second, somewhat uncomfortable.
What about him?
Mina pauses.
I know he's dead, but do you still see him all the time, or is it just me?
Rhoda sits down and puts her arm around Mina's shoulder. Rhoda moves the lock of her hair in her daughter's face.
You want to talk about anything?
Mina looks down at the table, pauses, taps her fingers for a second, and then looks back up at her mom.
Doesn't it feel like he's still here? I keep getting creeped out, like he's watching me or something.
A faint creak can be heard from behind the women who both turn around. They look in the direction of the noise for several seconds. Nothing happens. Rhoda rubs her daughter's hands.
Just the house settling.
Rhoda puts on her best fake smile. It isn't working.
Honey, your father was a very sick man, but we both saw him fall off that roof, and I identified his body for the coroner.
Mina starts to cry.
What is it, honey?
Mina wipes a tear away from her eyes.
All those people.
More tears. Mina uses both hands to wipe them away.
He killed
Mina stops, crying a bit harder now. Sorry.
all the all those people.
Rhoda comforts her with hugs. Eventually, Mina gets control of herself, but tears are still coming down her face.
How did we not know? He was never home. He was gone all the time. Those murders were happening, and I never once thought it could have been him.
He always said he was out of town with the other conductors from the yard.
Rhoda takes in a deep breath of air and makes a motion for her daughter to get up from the table.
Why don't we make you a bath? You get your headphones and your Discman, and I'll fill up the tub for you.
Mina hesitates. Rhoda persists with another head motion.
Come on.
Mina eventually smiles and concedes. Both women get up from the table, leave the kitchen, and head upstairs. Interior bathroom continuous. Rhoda starts filling the tub with water. She puts her hands under the faucet several times to ensure the water is the right temperature. Rhoda puts the stopper in the drain and sits down on the side of the tub to wait for it to fill. She adjusts the hot water a bit. Interior, Mina's bedroom, continuous. Mina is in her closet, pulling out her pajamas. Behind her again comes the sound of a very faint creak. Continued, Mina quickly turns her head around to see what made the noise. After a few seconds, she calls out for her mom.
Mom?
No answer. Mina waits and calls her again, a bit more worried this time.
Mom?
There is a brief pause before Rhoda answers.
I'm in the bathroom.
Mina looks relieved but dubious. Eventually, she turns around and heads back to her closet for her pajamas. A few seconds later, Rhoda shouts from the bathroom.
Ah!
Mina whips around and runs out of her bedroom. Interior bathroom. Mina throws the bathroom door open and sees her mom with her finger in her mouth. The bathroom is filled with steam.
What? What's wrong? Are you okay?
Rhoda, still with her finger in her mouth, nods her head yes. She takes her finger out, shakes it, and responds.
Yes, I'm fine. I just wasn't paying attention to the temp and burned my finger.
Mina lets out a soft laugh. So does Rhoda.
That sounded like you were getting killed in here.
Rhoda laughs. Mina turns around to go back to her room. Rhoda calls out after her.
Hurry back! Tub's almost full.
Interior hallway. Mina raises her hand in acknowledgement and keeps walking.
Okay, just grabbing a CD.
As Mina walks across the hallway back to her bedroom, she hears the creak again. She turns around, but there's nothing there. Mina shakes her head, mad at herself for being jumpy, and walks back into her room, trepidatiously. Interior bedroom. As she enters her room, a light breeze from the open window blows the curtains inward into her room. Mina finishes getting her pajamas out and lays them on the bed. She heads over to her nightstand, where her Discman is, sitting with the headphones on top. She grabs the Discman and heads over to her shelves to pick a CD. Version 2.0 by Garbage. Mina takes the disc out of the case, puts it on her Discman, and tosses the empty CD case onto her bed. Interior hallway. Mina walks back out with her pajamas cradled in her arm and her Discman in her hand. The metal top of her headphones are resting on the back of her neck, making the earpieces look like a necklace. Mina opens the door and her mom shuts off the water. Interior bathroom.
The temp is perfect. I even threw in some lavender.
Rhoda pauses and stares quizzically. She puts her hand on either side of Mina's face.
You okay? You look like you got the heebie-jeebies.
I'm fine. Just can't shake that feeling.
Rhoda makes a face and sympathy, gives her a hug, and then moves out of her way, pointing to the tub.
Better get cracking. Water's cooling by the second.
Mina smiles.
I'm gonna go downstairs and watch TV. Want me to bring you anything when I come back up?
Mina shakes her head no, and Rhoda smiles. She leaves the bathroom and Mina undresses. Mina steps into the tub. When she's comfortably in, she reaches for the Discman, which is on the floor. She puts her headphones on and presses play. She skips past the first song to head to the next one, I Think I'm Paranoid. She closes her eyes with her head resting against the end of the tub. After a while, through the steam, the door to the bathroom starts to open very slowly. As Mina lays with her eyes closed, her dad, even though his face can't be seen, stands in the doorway for several moments before closing it back to its original position. Oblivious, Mina eventually gets out of the bathtub and dries off. She puts on her pajamas and starts blow drying her hair. She wipes the steam off the bathroom mirror. Mina finishes and opens the bathroom door to go to her bedroom. Her mom is standing outside. This makes Mina jump. Rhoda puts her hand on her mouth and laughs.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
God damn it.
Honey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you again.
Mina looks away, pissed.
Come on, let's go to your room. I'll brush your hair.
Mina, reluctant, nods her head and follows her mom out of the bathroom. Mina's bedroom. Mina is sitting on her bed in front of Rhoda, who is brushing her hair. They both have one foot hanging off the bed, resting on the floor. Rhoda finally stops.
There. You've got such beautiful hair.
Mina turns around and smiles.
Dad used to do this every night after my baths when I was little.
Mina starts to get morose. Rhoda hugs her from behind. She rests her cheek on the back of Mina's head. Mina raises her hand to clutch the arm her mom is using to hug her.
I know he did, honey.
The two women hug for a few seconds.
And if you want me to, I'll do this every night for you until you leave for college at the end of the summer.
Mina smiles half-heartedly. Rhoda pats Mina's shoulders. Both women stand up.
I wish you didn't have to go away to school and we could both stay here forever.
From below the bed, a male's voice. Mina's dad, Louis, starts to scream.
You want me to stay here forever? Fine.
Louis takes two railroad spikes and drives one into a foot of each woman, nailing them to the floor. Mina and Rhoda both scream and fall down. As they do, their feet slide up through the hole that he's just made, and the tops of their feet stop at the flat head and end of the spike. The force of the falling backwards to the ground makes the spikes come out of the floor, but they are still stuck through their feet. I'm sorry, is it Louis or Louis?
Lewis, but Louis fine. Whatever works best for
Okay.
you is fine.
Louis crawls out from under the bed. He has a maniacal smile on his face. Mina and Rhoda, both crying and screaming, start to scooch back. Louis remains in a position with both feet and hands on the floor, like he's playing leapfrog.
You thought I was dead, didn't you?
Louis starts to laugh.
Surprise. Oh, sorry. Surprise.
Louis lurches forward on all fours, suddenly making the women jolt as they continue to cry, scream, and scooch as far away from him as possible. Louis stops, but is still crouched like an animal. Mina tries to take the spite out of her mom's foot. Rhoda screams, and Mina stops.
You thought you saw me in the morgue, didn't you?
Rhoda starts to shake her head, realizing what Louis means.
Jack.
Louis bursts out laughing as he continues making his way towards them, still crouched on all fours. The women continue to recede from him. Outside of Mina's room is a railing that separates the hallway from the stairwell. The railing is the highest point from the ground floor. The bottom of the stairs are straight down. Her bedroom is directly opposite to the top of the stairs. They eventually hit the blockade of the railing.
That's right. I killed my own brother. Pushed him right off that roof. You thought it was me, but it wasn't, but it was him. You dumb bitch. You didn't look for the scar, did you?
Louis holds up his hand. There's a massive scar that traces the width of the back of it. Louis laughs again. He starts to lurch at full speed at them, still on all fours.
You were always a stupid bitch.
Mina takes in a large breath of air and closes her eyes.
Mom, hold on. This is going to hurt.
Mina opens her eyes like she's a bad bitch.
Him.
Before Louis reaches them, Mina reaches down and pulls the spike out from both their feet. Rhoda and Mina both scream. Just as Louis gets to them, Mina holds up the railroad spikes and rams them both into his eyes. Louis howls in pain. Mina gets up and pushes him over the railing. Interior foyer. Louis, falling, lands on his face on the foyer floor. As he hits the floor, the flat head end of the railroad spikes that are sticking out of his eyes push themselves further into his head, and the sharp tip points crack through the back of his skull. Interior hallway. Mina helps her mom stand up, and the two women look down at Louis' dead body. Movie credits start to roll. Cut to Interior Convention Hall Auditorium. This has all been the final scene of a popular horror movie from the 90s. The movie theater is filled with the fans of the film who have all come to a horror convention to view a 30th anniversary of the screening of it. The lights in the room eventually turn on. In the audience are some of the original cast members who are all there for a special Q&A after the screening. They all stand up from the front row as workers start to bring chairs out for everyone to sit on the stage. As they stand up, they turn around and wave to the crowd who is loudly cheering. They all make their way up to the stage where a facilitator, a woman in her mid-30s, meets them with individual microphones and motions them to find a chair. Title, Saturday.
Sit. Welcome back to the stage.
The audience is still clapping, but winding down.
So that was Spike.
The audience starts to clap again. Cast all smile at them.
Thank you all so much for being here for this panel. Before the movie started, we talked extensively about the production of the film and its overall reception. And before I hand the Q&A over to the audience, I have a few questions to kick us off.
The facilitator looks down at her cards.
So this question is for anyone here on stage. As you know, this is one of the most beloved horror films of the 90s. What do you think it was about the film that captured lightning in a bottle? And did you have any idea when you were making it that it would become such a massive hit?
The cast look at each other, trying to decide who wants to be the first to answer. Eventually, Laura, mid-40s, speaks up.
Is there anyone in particular who should start?
First is fine.
The cast look at each other again.
I guess I'll answer.
The audience laughs slightly.
So the short answer to question is no.
Laura laughs slightly. The audience laughs with her.
I can only speak for myself, but
Laura points back and forth between herself and her castmates.
I don't think any of us expected Spike to turn out to the way that it did.
Another cast member, Giovanni, mid-40s, interjects.
I'd say I have to agree with that. I don't think any of us knew the kind of popularity this film was going to have and when we were making it. But if I can answer the first part of the question also, I think that was so special about Spike, at least for me, was that he had so much fun making it, or we had so much fun making it. I don't think there was a day on set where it wasn't just a total blast to be there. And I think that translated to the audiences who eventually saw it.
It's interesting you say the audience who eventually saw it, because this movie wasn't one that had a massive opening weekend, was it?
No, you're right. It didn't. And I remember seeing the receipts after the first weekend and my heart just kind of sinking.
Another cast member, Gunnar, late 50s, the original killer Spike from the film, interjects.
I remember having the feeling too, and I think what made it feel even worse was precisely because we had so much fun making the film, like Gio said.
The facilitator breaks in.
But what at first seemed like what was going to be a loss didn't last long, did it?
Anna, mid-40s, the original heroine of Spike, answers.
No, it didn't. It was an interesting anomaly, at least fiscally, anyways, because slowly the film started gathering speed. Word of mouth started sending people in droves to see it.
I can't tell you how many people I've met over the years who have said something like they never liked horror, that it's always been their least favorite genre, that they were too terrified to see anything like this before, but who saw Spike and loved it.
The audience starts to clap. The castmates all nod their heads and respond.
Same.
Me too.
And the word of mouth just kind of kept snowballing people into theaters.
Yeah, I'm not sure how steadily and for how long ticket sales seemed to increase for the film, but what started out as a pretty dismal box office slowly worked its way to this sleeper that we're thrilled people loved.
As I was prepping for this panel, I did some stats checking. You ready for this? Spike was in theaters for over 6 months. It grossed almost $150 million, which is completely unheard of at the time, especially for a slasher. And if you translate that into 2026 dollars, that's over $300 billion.
Wow, our budget was only what? Like 5 million or something like that.
Yeah, it was just under 6 million, if I remember correctly.
You were also close. The budget was about $4.5 million. That's an over 3,000% return.
The audience and the castmates are all shocked.
That is wild.
I knew it was popular, but I didn't realize it was that popular.
The facilitator and the audience laugh.
Ready for some other stats?
The castmates all nod their heads.
It was dubbed into over 70 languages. It was banned from more than 5 countries. It won multiple awards, including several from the International Knife's Edge Festival. It placed on over 20 critics' top 10 lists of 1999. And it was just announced that it was just the most streamed horror film of 2025.
The audience all cheers.
That's impressive. Y'all are impressive.
It's bonkers to hear that all listed out.
It's a film that people hold near and dear to their hearts. That's for sure.
The audience cheers again.
Okay. So I think it's time we opened up the floor for questions from the audience. Does that sound okay?
The cast all nod.
If you have a question, raise your hand and Stacy will walk over to you with the microphone.
The facilitator points to Stacy standing near the stage, off to the side. Several people in the audience raise their hand. The facilitator points to a female audience member.
How about you? Third row from the back in the green shirt.
Stacy walks over and gives her the microphone.
Hi, this question is for Anna.
Anna suddenly perks up and smiles.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
The convention goer becomes starstruck.
Oh my gosh. Hi. Hi. It's so nice to meet you too. Hi.
Anna smiles widely.
Okay, so I've seen this movie dozens of times. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And I think one of the reasons I love it so much is because of your performance.
The audience all claps.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you.
So, first of all, I just want to thank you. This role has meant so much to me and to so many of my female friends. And so, okay, I guess I have two questions for you.
The audience and Anna laugh at the convention goer.
I was just wondering if you've heard the same thing from other women before. And when you were making Spike, did you set out with any intentions of making Mina a feminist or a role model for other women or anything like that?
The convention goer hands Stacy the microphone and sits down.
Wow, what a thoughtful question. And first off, before I answer, thank you so much. You are so kind.
The audience member smiles, laughs nervously, and nods her head.
So, yes, I have heard similar things from other women in the past, and I'll say that it was very conscious on my part to make Mina as proactive and self-sufficient as possible. Spike was my first movie, and I remember very vividly thinking to myself at the time that this might be the only chance I have to get on screen, and that I wanted her to resonate as a strong example of female empowerment. So I never get tired of hearing this from women. It means so much to me that what I'd done had resonated with them. But then there's the flip side to that. And I've had a lot of women over the years who were quite angry with me for the movie. And some of their arguments were valid, but oftentimes I could tell right away that they'd never seen the movie and were just kind of based on what they might have heard from other people who had. And I'd be lying if I said that it didn't bother me. But what helped change the perspective was when I was writing. I'm not sure if you all know this or not, but I've written a few scripts.
The audience cheers, Anna smiles.
Thank you. And in sending my work out to folks, some of those scripts would get wildly varying responses. Some people would hate them, and they weren't shy about telling me why.
The audience laughs lightly.
But others loved them. And besides the fact that a few of them had actually been made into films, despite the incongruence of reactions, what I realized is that rejection is just part of the industry. And when it first started happening, that women would come up to me and tell me they hated the film or, anything in regards of that nature, I stopped getting defensive and started listening. I wanted to hear what it was about the character or the film itself that seemed to rub them the wrong way. And I think that more often than not, people just wanted me to listen. And I think what's so beautiful about Spike is that it touches a nerve. It's easy to dismiss horror, and I think most people try to for whatever reason. And I used to consider it a mild irritant to have to deal with people who hated it. But now I see it as this really cool way of understanding how people's subjective experiences shape their worldview. And I can't fault them for that.
The audience claps, other hands go up. The facilitator calls out another female audience member.
My question is for Mr. O'Brien.
Gunnar perks up a bit and speaks into his microphone.
I'm awake.
The audience laughs, but nobody on stage other than the facilitator seems to laugh with them.
So, your character Spike dumps his victims near train tracks, which is ultimately what leads the police to tracking him down as a worker for the rail yard. Was his character based on anyone specifically?
Gunnar shakes his head in a yes-no manner and moves his hand back and forth in a kind of gesture.
I think the answer to that is yes and no. Yes, because there's definitely have been people in real life who have done that type of thing. And no, because I wasn't thinking about any of those people in particular as I was writing the script. But I mean, very famously, there was a guy named Robert Sylvia Jr. who would kill transients and leave their bodies in and around various train cars and railroad tracks. He was even given the nickname the Boxcar Killer. There was also a couple of guys in England who did the same thing, killing women and some small children, leaving their bodies to be found around the various train yards in the greater London area. And I know there have been others who have done this too, but those are the two examples that jump to mind immediately.
The audience claps. The facilitator finds another person with their head raised and points to a guy off to the side. Stacy walks the microphone over to him.
The character of Spike is fucking awesome. He's up there with Freddy and Jason and Leatherface and Chucky, all the legends.
The audience cheers. Gunnar smiles.
So I've been told.
The audience laughs, and again, nobody on the stage other than the facilitator laughs along with them.
When did you know that Spike was an all-timer? Like, when did it become apparent that you were like one of the greats?
A member of the audience whoops out loud, and everyone laughs. One of the people in the audience is Harvey, Gunnar's agent, late 50s, who also laughs. Gunnar acknowledges the guy who whooped out loud.
Right back at you.
Gunnar points and winks. The audience laughs, but again, it is clear that nobody on the stage is laughing except for the facilitator.
Halloween 2000 was when I was realized what kind of happening with this whole thing. I was talking with my son and his friends trick-or-treating, and I started seeing Spike costumes everywhere. It was so strange to see him all over the place, and then the following Halloween, it happened again. And even Halloween since. I've seen kids dressed like Spike, and it's just bananas to me.
The audience and the facilitator laugh.
Okay, I think we have time for one more question before we have to get folks back to their booths.
The facilitator scans the crowd and points to a guy. Stacy walks over to him and hands him the microphone.
I'm sure I'm sure you get asked this all the time, but why was there never been a sequel?
It is clear that all the castmates on stage and Harvey in the audience have become uncomfortable.
There have been so many rumors over the years, but one of the most persistent is because you own the rights
The
to the
man
characters, Mr. O'Brien, and didn't want your career to be pigeonholed into horror. Is that true?
Everyone on the stage is silent for a few seconds. The room is very tense. Eventually, Anna turns to Gunnar, holds up her microphone, and speaks.
You want to answer that, Gunnar?
Gunnar, looking uncomfortable, gives her a fake smile and inhales to answer. Before he can, we cut to interior convention hall auditorium several minutes later. The audience for the Q&A is all rising from their seats and filling out the room back into the rest of the convention. As they do, the castmates hand their microphones back to the facilitator, who thanks them for being there. As the castmates start to file out, Gunnar grabs Anna's arm. Anna, somewhat shocked, pulls her arm away from him.
That was a shitty thing to do up there, you know.
Anna laughs in minor incredulity and starts to walk away. Gunnar goes to grab her arm again, and she moves it out of the way before he can get his grip on her.
Anna, what are you doing?
Anna keeps walking.
Damn it, Anna, stop.
Anna stops and turns around to face Gunnar.
What?
Gunnar pauses and stammers for a minute.
I
Gunnar pauses again.
You what?
I was hoping we'd have a chance to talk things over this weekend. It's been so long since the movie came out. That,
Anna rolls her eyes, turns around, and starts to walk away. Gunnar moves after her, grabbing her for her arm again.
hey,
Do not fucking touch me, Gunner.
Gunnar puts his hands up.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to grab you or hurt you or anything. It's just,
Gunnar pauses again.
I'm really sorry.
There is a brief look of recognition on Anna's face, like she's almost buying into Gunnar's sincerity.
I'm sorry, okay? I fucked up.
Out of nowhere, Harvey comes up and attempts to usher him out of the auditorium. His appearance is unexpected and makes both Gunnar and Anna jump.
Gunner,
Jesus, Harvey.
I'm sorry. We need to get back to the booth. There's a line wrapped around the convention space.
Gunnar goes from back to looking at Anna and gives her a look of almost pleading.
Can we talk sometime before the weekend ends? Please.
Gunner, we need to go.
Gunnar snaps. He turns his head, but not all the way, so that he's actually looking at Harvey.
I got it. Fucking calm down.
Harvey stands behind him, embarrassed.
Can we?
Anna pauses and then lets out a short sigh, begrudgingly agreeing.
Fine.
A brief smile flashes across Gunnar's face. Harvey looks increasingly annoyed.
Thank you.
We're done at 6 o'clock today. I'll give you 5 minutes.
Gunnar looks relieved.
Thank you.
Gunnar points at Anna, confirming she's fine with it.
5 minutes, 6 o'clock.
Anna raises her eyebrows, giving him a sarcastic nod.
You're the best.
Gunnar goes to hug her, and Anna puts her arms up.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean 5 minutes.
Gunnar leaves Anna standing in the auditorium. Harvey walks past her on his way out.
Ms. Sini?
Anna, annoyed, looks at him as he leaves.
That's not my name anymore, asshole.
Anna looks around for a second, sees a group of girls who are waiting patiently to talk with her, puts on a smile, and goes over to greet them. Interior, convention hall, midday. The convention hall is bustling with people who all have come for the horror convention. People are all over the place, many waiting in the various lines for the different actors and actresses who played parts in many horror films, including Spike. Convention goers walk around to the different vendors and booths that have been set up. People buy items, talk with vendors, get drinks from the bartender, and talk and take pictures with different actors and actresses. Many are dressed up in various popular horror costumes. Others have horror makeup on. Some have fake blood on their bodies and their clothes. Interior convention hall. Anna and Laura are signing autographs in booths next to each other, while Giovanni and Gunnar are both in booths across from them. There is an eventual break in the crowd. Laura and Anna start speaking to each other.
What did that asshole want?
Anna looks at her confused and points in the general direction of the line for her booth.
That last guy getting an autograph, he was really sweet.
Laura laughs.
No, him.
Laura nods her head subtly at Gunnar across from them. Gunnar is smiling at a fan.
Oh God, him?
Anna makes a face and mocks Gunnar.
He wants to talk.
Laura laughs and rolls her eyes.
I know.
What does he want to talk about?
Who knows? But I think the last question from the guy at the Q&A really rattled him.
Well, I mean,
Anna gives her a knowing look, and then something off in the distance captures her attention.
what?
Laura turns her head to see what Anna is looking at. Laura's eyes go wide. She gets up from her seat.
Cover my booth for a second.
Anna nods her head. Laura walks over to a guy who seems to be frantically looking for someone. The man looking for her is her boyfriend, William, late 30s.
William, what the hell are you doing here?
William seems agitated.
All the way from LA, and this is how you greet me?
Laura rolls her eyes.
Don't do that. No, that's your line. I'm sorry. William, you talk now.
Don't do that. Don't roll your eyes at me.
Laura looks nervous and takes William by the shoulder, leading him to the nearest corner.
Okay, listen, I'm sorry. It is nice to see you, but what the hell are you doing here?
I wanted to surprise you. Aren't you happy to see me?
Of course I'm happy to see you, but why didn't you tell me you were coming?
Why does it matter? Are you here with someone else?
William starts to look around.
Jesus Christ, William, you know that I'm not here with anyone else.
Laura pauses for a second and then reacts like she's just had an idea.
You didn't actually think I'd be here, did you?
What?
No, that's it. That is it, isn't it? You didn't think I was coming to Denver this weekend, did you?
William turns his head to look away. Laura moves to match his eyesight.
Did you?
William doesn't answer.
Unbelievable, William. This is this is unfucking believable. Even for you. Where did you think I was gonna be?
I thought you'd be with Jeremy.
Jeremy.
A few people nearby turn their heads.
Laura, don't embarrass yourself.
You know what, William? Go fuck yourself.
Laura stops walking and turns back around to face him.
I haven't spoken to Jeremy since you and I started seeing each other. And then you show up here, you're halfway across the fucking country, William.
Don't be mean.
Mean? Mean. I'm here working, and you're sitting at home creating scenarios in your head, and that is somehow my fault.
William looks annoyed.
I told you I was going to be here. I told you what hotel I was in. I told you the hours I'd be working, and I showed you my plane ticket. And I even showed you the fucking website for the convention, which has my name plastered all over it. And you wasted money flying to see if I'd actually going to be here. Are you out of your fucking mind?
William doesn't answer.
Are you?
Anna walks up and interrupts. She smiles at William.
Hi, William.
William doesn't answer. Anna repeats herself, annoyed.
Hi, William.
William finally acknowledges her.
Hey, Anna, you having a good time here?
Anna smiles.
Better if my friend was back at her table. Come on, Alora Bareilles. You've got a line.
Anna points to show them. Laura turns to William.
Here's my room key. Room 217. Go and wait there for me.
William nods.
Now leave. I have to get back to work.
When are you done?
I'm not done until 6. You're just gonna have to wait.
Laura and Anna turn to walk back to their booths, and William watches them go.
He's a long way from home.
Laura just shakes her head.
He's such a fucking asshole.
Anna and Laura laugh as they continue walking. Interior Convention Hall, midday. Anna, Laura, Giovanni, and Gunnar are still up in their respective booths. Convention goers are still walking around the hall. There is a healthy line for each of the 4 different actors. Interior Convention Hall, Anna's booth. Anna is signing various pieces of memorabilia for people as she eventually sees someone dressed as Spike looking at her from across the convention hall. She looks around to see if anyone else sees what she's seeing, but then looks back in the general direction and sees Spike again. A fan comes up to the front of her line, and Anna smiles at them. We pull back to see the convention hall in its totality, and then come back to Anna a few moments later. As Anna looks up again to where Spike was, they are nowhere to be found. Anna, somewhat nervous, shakes her head and redirects herself back to the line in front of her. Interior Convention Hall, Laura's booth, several minutes later. As one convention goer leaves, a new one comes up and drops a DVD of Spike down on the table for Laura to sign. Laura smiles and looks up at the person, only to realize it's William, holding a dozen roses in his hands.
I told you to wait upstairs.
Is that a way to treat a paying customer? I want your autograph. I also wanted to give you these.
William extends the arm out holding the roses. In the background, Anna can be seen watching them. Laura smiles but tries to hide it.
William,
William cuts her off.
I paid my $80 for an autograph, just like everyone else.
William pauses.
I'm sorry. I was out of line.
we can talk about this later. There's an extra chair here. Do you want to sit with me for the afternoon?
Sit with the most beautiful woman in Hollywood?
Laura smiles. Anna rolls her eyes. William sits down as Laura continues to greet other guests in her line. Eventually, a male convention goer stops at Laura's table and tries to flirt with her.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great now that I'm talking to you.
Laura smiles. William gets slightly annoyed.
I've waited my entire life to meet you. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you're the single most attractive woman I've ever seen.
Laura smiles uncomfortably, trying to be polite.
That's very kind of you.
Laura picks up the poster he's laid down on the table.
Who should I make this one out to?
Make it out to Charles. I'm speaking I'm speaking of making out.
William bolts up from his chair and hits the table with his knee. He grabs it in pain. Anna stifles a laugh.
All right, asshole. Get out.
Laura, Anna, and everyone else in sight, including Giovanni, Gunnar, and Harvey, over at the racket. The convention goer looks surprised but keeps smiling. Laura puts her arm out.
William, stop.
Laura turns to the convention goer and addresses him.
You're very sweet. However, you're making me uncomfortable. If you go back to the cashier outside, they'll refund your money. Please take your poster.
The convention goer continues smiling, staring at her for a second.
Didn't you hear her? Get lost, asshole.
The convention goer doesn't look at William at all. Eventually, he turns and exits the convention hall.
I have to go to the bathroom.
William, I swear to fucking God, if you do anything to that guy,
Relax. I'm just going to the bathroom.
use the one in my room.
William just stares at her.
I mean it, William. He's just some fucking loser. Just go to my room and do not leave before I get there.
William pauses for a brief moment and then angrily storms out of the convention hall. Exterior, street outside the convention hotel, dusk. The convention goer who told Laura that she was good looking leaves the hotel of the convention. As he walks through downtown Denver, he has a look of smug satisfaction. This look slowly starts to disappear as he starts to think he might be being followed. He stops and looks, seeing several people across the street, laughing and walking in the opposite direction. He continues looking around but doesn't see anything. He starts to walk again and hears a loud clang coming from behind a dumpster in a nearby alleyway. He stops to look in the direction of the sound. He stares for a few seconds before being jolted by the sound of someone talking out of sight.
Is that him? I think that's him.
It is hard to tell if the sound is from a child or an adult, man or woman. He starts to walk with trepidation down the alley towards the dumpster.
Hello?
That's him. Go talk to him.
Who wants to talk to me?
Silence.
Hello?
From behind him, the same voice starts to laugh. The laugh seems to echo in the alley. The convention goer whips around, but nobody's there. He pauses for a second.
Well, fuck this man.
He turns around and starts walking briskly. As he walks, he looks over his shoulder several times. Eventually, he sees someone in a Spike costume off in the distance staring at him. The convention goer, panicking, heads towards Denver's Union Station. Just before he gets to Union Station, he stops and turns around. Spike is no longer standing where they were before. The convention goer looks around, confused. There are many people from the convention, all dressed in various costumes, many of who are dressed as Spike. The convention goer laughs at himself, and just before turning around to head into Union Station, he once again sees Spike, this time walking menacingly towards him. Interior, Denver's Union Station. The convention goer runs into Union Station, which is packed with people. He runs up to one of the on-duty police officers.
Officer, help, help. There's a guy in a costume from a horror movie.
The officer places her hands on his shoulders, trying to calm him down. She's trying not to laugh at him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down, sir.
The convention goer stops to take a breath and points behind him.
I, I was just at the Mile High Horror Con, and there's this guy dressed as Spike. You know from that movie Spike.
The officer nods her head. The convention goer is still trying to catch his breath.
Sir,
And he just chased me from the alley near the convention and followed me here.
The officer looks around.
is he here now?
The convention goer looks around but doesn't see that Spike was chasing him. Frustrated, the convention goer tries to speak.
I
He continues looking, but Spike is nowhere to be found.
I don't see him anymore, but I swear to God, I'm not crazy. There was someone chasing me.
The convention goer throws his arms up and puts them on his hips.
I'm sorry, I must look like a complete idiot.
The officer shakes her head.
Stuff we see down here.
The convention goer lets out a small laugh.
You're just giving yourself the creeps. You gotta stop watching those movies.
The convention goer laughs and points behind him to the tracks.
I'm gonna get going before I make an even bigger ass of myself.
The officer smiles. The convention goer starts to walk backwards, embarrassed.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Stay safe.
The convention goer turns and heads out of the station doors onto the train platform. Exterior, Union Station track platform. The convention goer is standing on the Union Station track a platform, waiting for his light rail to arrive. He looks around nervously to see if he's being followed. After a few moments, he feels that he can finally relax. But just across the platform, he catches a glimpse of Spike staring at him. He jolts but can't quite seem to get himself to move. Suddenly, Spike jumps down from the platform onto the tracks and starts to walk towards the convention goer. The convention goer turns and bolts to the escalator to the underground portion of Union Station. Interior, Union Station underground. Underground, there are still a lot of people, some dressed normally, other dressed as Spike or other horror characters. The convention goer doesn't know what to do. He turns around and sees Spike walking down the stairs next to the escalator and he jumps. He starts to run, and most people seem to be looking at him. He runs into a few people on accident and they glare at him angrily.
Watch it.
The convention goer puts his hands out towards them.
I'm sorry.
He looks up and sees Spike still making their way towards him. The convention goer bolts. Off to the left and right side of the station are doors heading out to various forms of street transportation. On one side is where cars and taxis and lifts are parked. On the other side is an extensive fleet of parked Greyhound buses. Still being followed, the convention goer bolts out towards the side where the taxis and the other cars are. Exterior, Union Station Underground Taxi Terminal. The convention goer hides behind one of the concrete poles, but tries to position himself so he can see where Spike is inside the terminal. After a few seconds, Spike stalks by. After a few seconds, the convention goer comes out from behind the concrete pole and cautiously sneaks his way back into the underground portion of the Union Station. Interior, Union Station. The convention goer looks in all directions carefully for Spike, but does not see them. He starts to creep his way back towards the escalator, heading up to track A. On the ground, several feet in front of him, is what it looks like a puddle of liquid, but he can't quite make out what it is. It's not until he gets closer that he can see that the puddle is actually blood. The convention goer gasps and looks up. In front of him is Spike staring at him. The convention goer starts to run again, but this time heading outside to the fleet of the Greyhound buses. Bus platform. The convention goer slips in between a few parked buses. He can see that Spike is looking for him. The two play a game of cat and mouse, one dodging between various parked Greyhound buses, the other looking. Suddenly, the bus that the convention goer is hiding behind starts up and drives away. Just on the other side of the now departed bus stands Spike. The convention goer's eyes go wide as he is impaled through the stomach with a railroad spike. He looks down to see the head of the Spike coming out of his stomach covered in blood. He looks up just in time to see Spike grab him by the shoulders and pull him behind another bus. Spike pulls the weapon out from the convention goer. At the same time, Spike also pulls another railroad spike out of their jacket. With a railroad spike in both hands, Spike drives both of them into the ears of either side of the convention goer's head, who falls to the pavement dead. Cut to Interior Convention Hall, evening. The day's events are over for now. The actors from Spike are packing up their individual booths, getting ready to head out for the evening. But there are a few straggler convention goers still left in the hall, but otherwise the place is empty. Interior Convention Hall hallway. Outside the convention hall, in the hallway, Gunnar runs up to Anna, who is walking ahead of him. He calls out for her attention. Harvey is following close behind.
Anna,
With her back still to him, Anna puts a slight pause in her walk and closes her eyes, annoyed. Anna eventually turns around, though she keeps walking backwards towards the bank of elevators in the hotel atrium.
Right. You wanted to talk, didn't you?
Gunnar laughs awkwardly.
can we talk now?
Anna pauses and closes her eyes in annoyance.
Gunnar, what do you want?
Just to talk. Can you meet me in my room in 10 minutes?
Both Harvey and Anna look at Gunnar intently.
I don't believe this.
What?
The three of them have arrived at the atrium elevator banks. Anna pushes the up button.
I don't believe this. You tried to tank my career 25 years ago, and you're the one that wants to talk, and now you want me to come to you?
Oh, that is such bullshit. Anna, I didn't try to take your career.
The two of them stare at each other. Gunnar notices that there are a few convention goers who are trying to nonchalantly get a peek of what's happening. Gunnar lowers his voice and leans his face closer to Anna's.
Can we meet in your room then? It doesn't even have to be your room, just someplace where we won't be interrupted.
Anna stares at him and then concedes. The elevator door opens and Anna steps in.
Fine. I'm in room 1428. I'll be ready in 10, but remember.
Anna holds up a hand in the air with all 5 fingers splayed out.
5 minutes, I got it. That's all I need.
The elevator door closes. Harvey presses the up button again, summoning another elevator.
What do you even want to talk to her about, anyways?
She's been pissed at me all these years, but I think she has the wrong idea.
Harvey stares intently at Gunnars before continuing.
Oh, by the way, Hitch called.
Oh, yeah? What did he want?
He said the Seattle deal is a sure thing. You know what this means, Gunn.
Gunnar seems distracted.
Gunnar?
Gunnar comes back to the conversation.
You know what this means, don't you?
Gunnar seems to be slightly irritated.
What?
Yes, I know what it means.
When this deal goes through, you are going to be shitting awards, Gunnar. I can feel it.
Gunnar looks off in the distance, annoyed again.
What?
The elevator dings, signifying its arrival. The men standing in front of the elevator as it opens and then eventually closes since they don't get in.
Come on, Gunn. What?
I'm just not sure I want it anymore.
Harvey looks slightly stunned at him.
Why not?
Gunnar stammers, unsure of how to answer.
This is the best script you've been offered in.
Gunnar goes to press the up button on the elevator again. As he does, he also holds up his hand to try to stop Harvey from talking.
I'm just confused, okay? I need some time to think about it.
Gunnar, we don't have time. Hitch wants an answer by Monday.
I just need more time to think about it.
What is there to think about?
Harvey, stop.
Harvey looks angry but sheepish. An elevator arrives. The two men get into it and press their respective floors.
We still on for dinner?
Half an hour, I'll meet you in the lobby.
Harvey's floor is first and the doors open. He walks out and the doors start to close. At the last minute, he puts his arm in to stop it from closing so he can say one last thing to Gunnar.
Whatever she says, don't believe her.
Gunnar looks at Harvey confused. Harvey turns around and heads down the hallway to his room. The elevator door closes and Gunnar mutters to himself.
What the fuck does that mean?
Interior hotel lobby, front desk. Laura walks to the front desk of the hotel lobby.
Hi, I'm staying here, room 217. My name is Laura McLaren, and I was just wondering if I can get a new room key. I gave the one I had to my boyfriend.
The front desk clerk smiles.
Of course, Miss McLaren. Give me a second, I'll get that for you.
Thanks.
The front desk clerk leaves and Laura turns, leaning up against the desk. Laura starts looking around, and as the crowds walk by, she sees someone dressed as Spike staring at her from across the lobby. While the crowd continues to move past them, Spike never moves and seems to be staring directly at Laura. Laura, nervous, turns back around to the front desk clerk who has come back with a new room key.
You are Miss McLaren. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Laura gives them a smile and lightly waves the key card.
Just the key, thanks.
Laura turns her head over to the stairwell. As she does, she looks for the person dressed as Spike. She doesn't see them. Laura heads up to the stairwell door, opens it, and proceeds to walk upstairs. Interior hotel hallway. On the second floor, the stairwell door opens and Laura comes through it. She starts to walk down the hallway and hears the door close behind her. The hallway is empty. Laura, nervous, pauses for a second and looks around. When she doesn't see, hear anything, she keeps walking. Suddenly, the stairwell door closes behind her. She jumps and turns to see if anyone is there, but there isn't.
William?
Silence.
William, is that you? I told you to wait for me in the room.
Laura is caught off by three laughing guests coming out of their hotel rooms, two of them who are in Spike costumes. They begin walking down the hallway towards the elevators. Laura shakes her head, laughs, and starts heading to her room. Halfway down the hallway, she hears the stairwell door close behind her again. She spins around, and again, there's nothing. She starts to pick up her pace a little to get her to her room faster. She starts to dig through her pockets for her key card. She fishes a few other things out of her pockets, and they fall to the ground.
Fuck.
Laura bends down to pick up her stuff, and once again, the stairwell door down the hallway shuts. She bolts her head up, but still doesn't see anything.
Fuck this shit.
Laura scoops up the rest of her belongings and doesn't try to put them back in her pocket. She races down to her hotel room, puts the key card inside the key lock slot, and the lock flashes a red light at her.
Fuck.
She tries it again. Again, the blinking red light.
God damn you.
Laura starts knocking on the door.
William, let me in.
No answer. She fumbles with the key card again, and again, she's met with a blinking red light.
What the fuck?
All of a sudden, from behind her, a concierge walks up and stares the shit out of her.
Ma'am?
Laura screams. The concierge laughs. Eventually, so does Laura.
I'm sorry. I guess I snuck up on you there, didn't I?
Laura laughs again.
Not your fault. I'm just a little spooked.
The concierge suddenly realizes who she is.
Hey, you're
Laura smiles.
Madeline.
Laura lets off a soft laugh.
I'm Laura McLaren. Madeline's my character in Spike.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Concierge is stammering.
I'm sorry. I'm not normally like this, but
Laura smiles.
It's okay.
Laura changes the subject.
Hey, can you help me with my room key? For some reason, it won't open the door.
The concierge steps in to help.
sure, let me see it.
Laura hands him the key card. The concierge tries the key several times and is met with the same blinking red light. He points to the door and smiles.
You sure this is your room?
Yep, 217.
No, I'm just messing with you. Here, I'll let you in.
Concierge takes out a master key card from the pocket.
Master.
The concierge unlocks the door.
Thank you.
You want me to take your key down and have them fix it for you at the front desk?
No, it's okay. We're heading out to dinner in a bit, and I'll just stop on my way there. But thank you.
Sounds good.
He pauses and then adds.
My name's Braden.
He fishes the business card out of his pocket.
I work nights here, so if you need anything, don't hesitate to call down.
Laura smiles and nervously looks behind her.
I appreciate your help.
She holds up the business card and gives it a shake.
And thanks.
Concierge smiles.
You bet. Have a good night, Ms. McLaren.
As the concierge turns to start walking down the hallway, Laura calls out.
Thanks, you too.
Laura closes the door and heads into her hotel room. Interior, Laura's hotel room. As Laura makes her way into her room, she calls out for her boyfriend.
Will?
Silence. She calls out again.
William.
Still no answer. Laura searches her hotel room, but there's no sign of William anywhere.
Where the fuck did he go?
Laura takes her phone out of her pocket. She texts William. The text reads, I'm done for the day. I'm back upstairs in my room. Where are you? Laura hits send and places her phone down on the table next to her. Laura walks across the room to the dresser under the TV, picks up the remote, and turns the TV on. She flips through a few channels, landing on one eventually, and heads into the bathroom to start the shower. Laura turns on the shower. She runs her head under the water coming from the shower head. She wipes her hand off on a towel on the counter before heading back out to her hotel room. Laura walks over to her phone on the table and looks to see if William has responded. He has not.
Where is he?
She puts her phone down and heads back into the bathroom. Laura starts to take her clothes off when she hears her hotel room door closing. She turns and calls out.
Will?
No answer.
Will?
She starts putting her shirt back on and heads back out to the hotel room. As she enters back into her hotel room, she starts asking William a question.
Honey, where were you? Did you get my text?
As she comes back around the corner, she sees that the room is empty and that William is nowhere in sight. More cautiously, she calls out again.
Will?
No answer. From behind her, she hears the sound of the shower seemingly shutting itself off. Now terrified, she turns around slowly towards the bathroom.
Will, this isn't funny.
Laura goes over to the bathroom, but William isn't there. The shower head is still dripping.
William! What the fuck? What are you?
Before she can finish her question, Laura realizes she can hear the volume of the TV increasing. Laura walks out of the bathroom and back into her hotel room.
Turn the TV down.
As she comes around the corner, Laura sees Spike standing with the remote. She jumps and then gets angry.
You're a fucking asshole, Will. You know that?
Spike just stands staring at her.
I mean it. Dressed like that. Trying to scare the shit out of me? What the hell's the matter with you? Turn the TV down. Why is it so loud?
Spike just stares at her. After a few seconds, Spike drops the remote to the floor and starts slowly walking towards her. Spike pulls open their jacket, revealing several railroad spikes fastened to the inside. Spike pulls one of them out.
You fucking piece of shit. You think you're funny, but you're...
Spike stops walking and Laura abruptly cuts her words short.
I've had enough of this.
Laura starts walking towards the door, and Spike moves to place themselves in front of it so she can't leave.
Come on, William. This isn't funny anymore. Just let me out of here.
Laura tries to push Spike out of the way. Spike doesn't move.
Move it, you asshole!
Laura once again tries to move Spike out of the way, but this time Spike catches her wrist and starts to turn it at a painful, awkward angle.
Okay, William, stop! Stop! That hurts!
Spike continues to turn her wrist.
Stop it! You're hurting me!
Spike eventually turns her wrist so hard that bones burst through the skin and she starts screaming. Eventually, Spike drops her hand and Laura falls to the floor crying and holding her wrist. As Laura tries to back away, Spike advances towards her.
Please, whoever you are,
Spike advances fast towards her and puts their face down directly in front of hers. Laura recoils and screams. Spike stares at Laura for several seconds. Laura continues to cry, holding her wrist. Spike takes their railroad spike and brandishes it in front of Laura's face. As Laura sees it, she starts to scream. but her scream is cut off as Spike shoves the railroad spike through the bottom of her jaw and out through the top of her skull. Laura slumps to the ground and Spike pulls out their weapon. Spike walks over to where they dropped the remote and turns the TV off, placing the remote back on the dresser. Spike opens the hotel room door to head out into the hallway. Interior hotel hallway. Before Spike steps out into the hallway, they look both ways. Once they see that they are alone, they walk to the doors of the room across the hallway. It is the janitor's closet. Spike opens the door, and on the floor is the concierge, dead, covered in blood. Spike takes the master key card out of their pocket and throws it on top of the dead body. Spike closes the closet door and leaves. Interior Anna's hotel room. Anna is sitting on her bed, reading, when she hears a knock at the door. At first, she doesn't answer it. When the knock comes again, it's accompanied this time by Gunner's voice.
Anna, it's Gunner.
Annoyed, Anna sets the book aside and heads over to open the door. Gunner stares at her from the other side. After a few seconds, he speaks.
Can I come in?
Anna makes a motion with her arm like she's showing Gunner the way into the room. Gunner enters and Anna closes the door behind him. As Gunner walks in, he tries to make small talk.
Wow, this room's a lot nicer than mine.
Anna doesn't respond.
How's the family doing? Your husband? And your son? Grammy? Is that his name? Gosh, how old is he now? He's got to be mid-teens, no?
You have 5 minutes. I doubt you want to spend it talking about my family.
Gunner just stares.
No, you're right.
Gunner trails off. Anna gives him a questioning look.
I want to talk to you about the past.
4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Come on, stop that.
No, thanks. I think I'll keep going. 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
God damn it, Anna, stop.
No, you stop. For the last 30 years, you've been holding on to the rights for a series that could have made everyone here a fucking fortune. You've potentially stolen millions of dollars from me and Laura and Gio and everyone else who worked on that film.
Last time I checked, you were doing pretty well for yourself. I read recently you made a pretty penny for the last few films you've made.
And I read recently that you were allegedly fucking some minor on the set of your last movie. So, let's not believe everything we read, huh?
Gunner looks at her with a stone-cold gaze.
And fuck you anyways. My career successes or failures are none of your business outside of Spike.
Haven't you ever wanted to know why I didn't sell?
Yes, which is the only reason you're here now. And as soon as you tell me why you made the unbelievably stupid decision to pass on such an inordinately stupid amount of money, you can leave.
You really want to know why?
Nods her head sarcastically.
Yeah.
Gunner screams.
It wasn't my idea.
What?
Anna looks somewhat bewildered.
You heard me. I said
Gunner pauses.
it wasn't my idea.
Suppose I believe you for 1 second, which I don't.
Gunner scoffs.
What argument could anyone have made to convince you to turn down the kind of money they were throwing at you?
That guy was right earlier. I didn't want to be typecast.
Anna takes a second.
You didn't want to be typecast.
Yes, my entire career up until that point, I I've been doing nothing but horror. I wanted a chance to break out.
Then why'd you write the script in the first place?
I don't know. Why does anyone write a script in the first place? They hope it'll be turned into a movie, no?
Then why not sell the rights and have a different actor play Spike?
Come on, Anna. You really wanted to play Mina for the rest of your life? You really wanted it to overshadow everything else you did? And when I saw what impact Spike had on people back in '99, I don't know. I just kind of freaked. And I thought to myself, this is it. It's either you do this and this becomes your career, or you make the choice to put an end to it now and see where else it might go.
That is literally the stupidest thing I've ever heard from another working actor in my life, Gunnar. The more I talk to you, the happier I am it didn't go anywhere.
What does that mean?
Interior hotel hallway. Just outside of Anna's hotel room, Harvey is listening to the argument with his ear close to the door. Interior Anna's hotel room.
What it means, Gunnar, is that not only are you selfish, but you're also an idiot.
Fuck you.
You're the one who wanted to talk. You're the one who begged me to talk. What did you think a conversation like this was going to be like this weekend?
I had no idea you were this angry. Is everyone?
I can't speak for Gio because I don't talk to him all that much, but I know Laura thinks you're a piece of shit.
Gunnar scoffs.
I can't believe this.
You know what it boils down to? You're just another man in the same industry who's been telling me my entire career what I can and can't do, how I can and can't look, what I should and shouldn't say. And the fact that with you, it comes bound not only to what I've lost, but also what could have been. I ask you again, what did you think this weekend was going to look like, Gunnar?
Don't you want to know who told me not to sell?
Interior hotel hallway. Harvey is startled and knocks on the door. Cut to Anna's hotel room. Anna and Gunnar stand there, seemingly ignoring the knock. Gunnar repeats himself.
Don't you want to know who told me not to sell?
Harvey knocks again. Anna eventually decides to go over to the door. She looks in the peephole.
It's that fucking loser of a manager of yours.
Gunnar is somewhat surprised. He walks over to the door and opens it.
I thought you were meeting me in the lobby. I'll be down in a few.
Anna interjects sarcastically.
Harv, it's so nice to see you. And I'm so glad you came to my room because Gunnar here was just about to rat you out.
Gunnar can't believe what she's saying.
Excuse me?
You see, Gunnar was just telling me that the reason he made the choice to bilk me and Laura and Gio and the rest of the cast and crew of the original Spike out of millions of dollars was because he was counseled by someone to make the original a one and done so he wouldn't become pigeonholed into a genre. And while he hadn't quite gotten your name yet, there's nobody else it could have possibly have been because the two of you have been working together for the better portion of the last 4 decades. So whether or not you did advise him is actually besides the point. Ultimately, it was his decision to make, but
Anna looks intently at Harvey again and continues.
fuck you for suggesting it if indeed you did.
Anna turns to Gunnar and addresses him.
And fuck you for taking away our options.
Both Gunnar and Harvey stare at Anna, who is smiling.
Gunnar, it's been lovely catching up with you. I hope you find your spine one day.
Anna turns back to address Harvey.
Harvey, it's been what? Almost 30 years? Please ensure that it's at least twice as long before we see each other again.
Once she finishes with Harvey, she addresses both of them.
Now, get the fuck out of my hotel room.
Gunnar and Harvey both look at Anna, who has a massive, condescending smile on her face. Gunnar eventually walks out of the room once Harvey leaves the doorway. Anna slams the hotel room door shut. Anna is getting ready for the convention for the day, and the TV in her room is on. In the background, a news reporter can be heard talking about a body that was found near the train tracks of a Union Station. As she is brushing her teeth, Anna is gradually entranced by the news.
The body of an unidentified male was found early this morning around 3 a.m. at Union Station by guards doing hourly rounds. The body was found in between tracks 4 and 5 towards the terminal portions of those RTD rail lines. An autopsy has been ordered by the Denver County coroner, but bystanders say that he appeared to have sustained puncture wounds to both sides of the head. Witnesses state that earlier yesterday evening, a man was seen running through the station's underground terminal. However, it is yet to be determined whether or not there's any connection between the two events. Denver police are looking through station video footage for further information. Denver's chief of police is set to make a statement sometime between 11 and 12 today. Stay tuned for further details.
Anna seems shocked and saddened. She picks up her cell phone to text Laura. Her text reads, "Did you see the news? Dead body found by Union Station just across the street. That's so sad." Anna hits send and then adds one more text. And scary. She sends this one too and continues getting ready. As she does, she hears a knock on her hotel room door. Anna walks over to the door and looks through the peephole but doesn't see anything. She goes back to getting ready. After a few moments, there is another knock on the door, this time louder. Anna turns around and walks towards the door again. Again, she puts her eye up to the peephole and doesn't see anything.
Asshole.
Anna turns around and heads to go back to the bathroom when a third knock strikes the door. This is one of the loudest of the three. Having had enough, Anna walks over to the door and throws it open angrily.
What do you want, dickhead?
She jumps and screams. Standing at the door is Spike. She slams the door shut, locks it, and races over to the phone to call the front desk.
Desk, may I help you?
Yeah. Hi. I'm in room 1428 and I've just had my door knocked on 3 times by someone and I just went to open it and it was someone standing there in a costume. I think they're here just for the horror convention and just playing pranks on people, but would you mind sending someone up to check on it?
I'm so sorry this is happening. Yes, we'll send someone up right away.
Thank you.
Anna hangs up the phone and heads over to the table in her room. She moves one of the chairs from the table over to underneath the door handle of the hotel room door. She also double-checks the door locks. Suddenly, her cell phone rings. Startled, she goes over to answer. It's her soon-to-be ex-husband, Mark. Anna looks at the phone and sighs.
Hello.
Mark answers sarcastically.
I'm doing good, thanks. You?
What do you want, Mark?
I wanted to see how things were going this weekend.
No, you didn't.
Anna pauses for several seconds before speaking again.
I'm waiting.
I feel like a heel for bringing this up, but the mediator's fees are due on Monday.
I've already sent half. I've already sent my half of the money in.
I was wondering if you'd be willing to cover my half as well.
No, Mark, you work. You have a paycheck. Besides, once the divorce is final, you're going to have to get used to paying for things on your own. No better time to start being a responsible adult in your mid-40s.
That was below the belt.
Silence. Anna doesn't answer because she is staring at her door. She goes back over to look in the peephole. She looks out and doesn't see anything.
You there?
Hey, yeah, sorry.
Everything okay?
I just had some convention pranksters knocking on my hotel door. Gave me the creeps.
Did you call the cops?
Anna looks at her phone like Mark is crazy.
No, I called the front desk and they're sending someone up here. How's Graham?
He's good. He's at football practice right now. I thought I'd try to catch you before he gets back.
Well, tell him I said hi.
I can't believe this.
What?
Can't believe you're about to hang up and you won't help me.
Mark.
No, I mean, it's cool. I guess I'll find some way to pay for it. It's not like I have many options at the moment, but I'll figure it out. Just don't be surprised when I ask the mediator to change our arrangement to you owing me more money once the divorce is final.
Oh, fuck off, Mark.
You either pay this now or I go after you for more money later, which is the better choice.
The mediator isn't going to change any amount of alimony. And even if he did, no judge in the world is going to agree to it after all the evidence I have.
What evidence?
Oh, videos of you tearing the house apart, Videos of you threatening Graham and me? Videos of you snorting coke off the kitchen table? Videos of you.
Oh, bullshit, Anna. Those things never happened.
Anna closes her eyes and lets out a soft laugh.
Okay, Mark, you're right. I'm making it all up. Either way, you can pay your own fucking portion of the mediator's bill.
I knew you were just going to be a bitch.
Well, then I guess it's a good thing we're separating. Have a blessed day.
Anna hangs up the phone and checks her text with Laura to see if they've been read yet. Nothing. She goes back to getting her stuff ready for the day when there's another knock on the door that makes her jump. Anna goes over to the door, cautiously puts her eye up to the peephole, and can see it's the woman from the front desk. She opens the door.
Hi, Miss Saney. How are you this morning?
Just a bit frazzled from earlier, but I'm fine. And please call me Anna.
Of course, Anna.
Front desk clerk
I'm
smiles.
I'm so sorry, but whoever was pranking you, but I think I found the culprit.
Anna gives her a questioning look. The front desk clerk makes a motion with her hand to step outside her door.
Look.
Anna, holding her hotel room door open with her foot behind her, sees what the front desk clerk means and laughs a little.
Oh,
Just to the side of her hotel room is a cardboard cutout of Pike.
my gosh. I'm so sorry for being such a nuisance.
Don't be. Want me to check the hallway footage to see if I can see you put it there?
Sure, if you wouldn't mind.
I'll come find you at the convention if you can make anything out.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Want me to check to see if there are any comparable rooms to this one that you can switch to?
Anna shakes her head.
I think I'm okay for now, but thank you.
The front desk clerk stands there awkwardly.
Everything okay?
The front desk clerk stammers a bit before answering.
Uh, uh, would you...
Anna smiles.
Give me a sec.
Anna goes back to her room for a few seconds and comes back with a piece of hotel stationery.
Here.
Anna hands her the stationery with her signature on it. The front desk clerk smiles and a huge smile.
Thank you so much. How much do I owe you?
Anna smiles and waves her off.
On the house. But don't tell anyone.
Oh, I won't. Thank you so much.
The front desk clerk looks at the stationery with the signature on it, pauses for a second.
I should, I should, I should go back to the desk,
Anna laughs.
and I'll come find you when I know more.
The front desk clerk points to the cardboard cutout.
Want me to get rid of this for you?
You mind?
The front desk clerk shakes her head.
Not at all.
Thanks. See ya.
The front desk clerk waves and Anna closes the door. Interior Convention Hall, morning. Sunday. The convention is back up and running. Convention goers, many again of whom are dressed up in costumes, are seen browsing various vendor stalls and looking for autographs from different celebrities. Set up in 4 other rooms are individual panels that are happening for Anna, Laura, Gunnar, and Giovanni. Interior Laura's convention room. The moderator is sitting in their chair as the audience sits in their seats. Their 2 seats that look like the director's chairs are sitting facing one another at an angle. Laura is conspicuously absent. The moderator pulls their phone out of their pocket to check the time.
Folks,
The
just hang
moderator
tight for a second. I'm going to see if I can find Miss McLaren. I'll be right back.
The moderator gets up from their chair and starts to leave the room. Interior Gunner's panel room. From across the hall, Harvey can see Laura's room. Harvey gets up and walks out to the hallway and finds the moderator. Interior Convention Hall hallway. Harvey approaches the moderator.
Everything okay?
Yeah, it's just that we can't find Miss McLaren. She was supposed to be here this morning. You don't know what happened to her to know where she is, do you?
No idea. Want me to go in and ask Gunnar if he's seen her?
The moderator cranes their neck to look into Gunner's panel room. Gunner can be seen in the background talking.
Looks like he's already started. I don't want to interrupt him.
Harvey looks at the schedule of events on his phone.
It looks like Gunnar and Laura are on schedule for now, but Gio and Anna don't start for another 15 minutes. Want me to find them and ask them if they know where she is?
Would you?
No problem. Also, I don't have Laura's number, but she's in room 217 if you want to go see if she's just overslept or something.
I would feel kind of weird doing that, but I can have the hotel staff check. Thanks.
The moderator walks off to head to the front desk while Harvey turns and heads to Anna's room. Interior, Anna's panel room. Anna is placing her purse behind one of the podiums in the room. Her room is already rather full, and some convention goers have come up to her to ask her a question. Out of the corner of her eye, Anna can see Harvey slowly approaching her. She finishes talking to the two guests and excuses herself.
I'm so sorry, but I think he needs to speak with me.
Anna points at Harvey and the convention goers to look back at him. Harvey smiles and gives them an awkward wave. The guests thank her and go to find seats. Anna approaches Harvey annoyed.
Yes.
Have you seen Laura this morning?
No, I texted her earlier, but haven't heard back yet. Why?
No, she was supposed to be in her panel a few minutes ago, but she's not there.
She's not?
Anna starts to look concerned.
She's not? Have you tried going up to her room? Is she there?
I haven't, no, but the moderator of her panel was going to go to the front desk and see if they could call up or something.
Should I text her again?
Would you?
Sure.
Anna turns and heads back to the podium. She picks up her purse and fishes out her cell phone. She texts Laura. Hey, you coming down? They're waiting to start the panel. Anna hits send and puts her purse down, but puts her phone into her pocket. She walks back over to Harvey.
Sent. I'll let you know what she says if I hear from her before I start mine here in a minute.
Thanks. Has she replied from your text earlier?
Anna
Not
shakes her
yet.
head.
Not yet.
Think something happened with that guy who was here yesterday?
Who? William? I mean, I doubt it, but maybe?
Do you have his number? Could you call or text him maybe?
Yeah, sure. Give me a sec.
Anna pulls out her cell phone again to call William. She gets his voicemail.
Hey, Will, just calling to see if you know where Laura is. You guys together? She was supposed to be down here for a panel a few minutes ago, but I can't seem to reach her. Call me back when you get this. Thanks. Bye.
Anna hangs up her phone.
Nobody answers their phone these days, and even less people.
Harvey and Anna finish Anna's thoughts together.
Listen to their
Listen to their
voicemails.
voicemails.
The two of them laugh lightly. Harvey looks behind her and sees the moderator.
Looks like he's ready for you.
Harvey points to the moderator and Anna turns to him, smiles and waves. The moderator waves back.
I should go. Let me know if you hear anything.
Sure.
Harvey turns and heads out of the room. Anna takes her seat and the panel discussion begins.
Miss Sini, my name's Corey McCarthy. It's so nice to have you here today.
The audience claps and Anna smiles. She holds up her microphone to speak.
Nadeau. It's Anna Nadeau.
Corey looks at her, slightly confused.
Nadeau's my maiden name. Thanks for having me here today.
Corey smiles and continues.
Noted. So, yesterday we had the screening and the whole cast panel. But today we thought people would love to get a chance to get more in-depth with each of the actors, so we decided to run individual mini panels.
Corey turns and addresses the audience.
And don't worry, if you guys look at your schedules, the panels are interspersed throughout the afternoon as well. So if you were torn about who you wanted to see this morning, you'll be able to catch the others in a later one. And with that all being said, thank you all for being here.
Corey and Anna both smile. The audience claps.
Yes, thank you so much. It's nice to see all of you today.
The cheering dies down and Corey starts the Q&A.
So, Really, this time is for you and the audience to ask any questions you might have. Who wants to start?
Several hands in the audience go up. Corey points to someone near the front. The moderator's helper walks over to them and hands them a microphone.
The queer community has really embraced horror over the years, especially the final girls from a lot of movies, and I don't think Mina was any exception. Many of us within the community love her character and your portrayal of her.
Anna smiles.
Oh, thank you. That means so much to me. Sincerely.
The
So,
audience claps.
so my question is, what do you think it is about Mina that resonates so deeply with the queer community?
I've actually been asked this question a few times before, and please know that before I dig into what I think the answer is, my goal is not to use any sort of terminology which might be considered offensive or hurtful. And if I do, please feel free to call me on that, okay?
The audience all claps, and the person who asked the question nods their head.
So, in the past, when I'd get asked this question, I'd always volley it back to the person asking it. And I think part of that was because I didn't want to risk offending anyone. I have so many friends and family members from that community who have forever changed my life and who I hold so dearly to my heart.
The audience claps again.
And so, because of that, I never wanted to chance hurting someone or making an ass out of myself in public.
Anna laughs, and the audience laughs with her.
But as I think about the number of people from the LGBTQ plus community who have told me they resonate with Mina, I think about those who are so close to me. And I know we're told in this world to see queer people, especially men, as weak and predators and on and on. But the people in my life who are so important to me, every single one of them are just these, pardon my language, but they're just these absolute fucking badasses.
The audience erupts in cheering. Anna smiles.
They are. And I think what resonates with them so much about the final girl in any movie, not just Mina, is that they get to see a type of representation of themselves portrayed on screen in a character that is vulnerable, but also determined.
The audience claps again.
I also one time had someone tell me that the reason they liked it was because ultimately it's the straight guy who dies at the end.
Anna and the audience laugh. Anna shrugs her shoulders in an oh well manner.
Thank you, Miss Sweeney. See,
Anna gives Corey the side eye as Corey looks out at the audience.
who's next?
Interior Giovanni's panel room.
Spike wasn't your first horror movie, right?
No, it
Giovanni
wasn't.
answers.
No, it wasn't.
And since it came out, you've made a ton of them. How have you seen the genre evolve over the years since you started?
Wow. I'd have to think about that for a second, but I mean, I think the most immediate and obvious thing is I can think of is that we've seen the introductions of new subgenres, some of which have stayed around, like found footage, which didn't exist until the same year we released Spike, and then others which had a brief flirtation with the public, but dissipated soon thereafter. For instance, the torture porn genre that really kind of kicked off with Saw and Hostel. Films like that were around for a bit, but quickly faded. Globally connected to that, though, was this incredible French new wave of horror that happened in the early mid 2000s. They were these outrageous, gory films, the most popular of which movie was called High Tension, which got a decently wide release here in the States in 2005. But I think I was made a few years prior. I'll have to check on that. But Among horror fans, the most notorious to come out uh, of that wave was probably this insane film called Martyrs, which, if you haven't seen it,
Giovanni pauses. The audience and Giovanni laugh. Someone in the back of the audience makes a whooping sound, and Giovanni points to them.
he's seen it.
The audience laughs again.
But I digress. If you haven't seen it, just know that if you do, it's pretty vicious. It's definitely earned its reputation in the horror community. Let's just put it that way.
The audience laughs again.
And finally, I'd also like to say that there's been a boom of filmmakers using horror as a way to exorcise grief. Stuff like the Babotic and Higher Terry, I think, are the primary examples of this. Although there are many other films that have come out since Spike that we have explored as well.
Interior Gunner's panel room. Gunner is sitting on the stage that has been skirted to hide the bottom underneath. Next to him on one side is his moderator, and on the other side there is a display case of railroad spikes.
I wrote the script for Spike back in the 90s. Did you have any trouble getting it picked up?
No.
He pretends like that was his final word on the question, and the audience and he both laugh.
No, I'm just kidding. No, we really didn't have much of a problem getting it financed. With the success of movies like Scream and I Don't Know What You Did Last Summer a few years prior, the market was primed and studios were hungry. Added to that is the fact that the horror is generally something studios can make comparatively on a cheap. And so those two things were just kind of a great set for our circumstances that confluenced together to get Spike greenlit fairly easily.
Interior Anna's panel room.
How many times have you seen the film?
This film? Spike?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. I haven't seen it since the premiere back in 99. I can't stand the sound of my own voice.
The audience laughs.
I get too in my own head as I watch the stuff I've been in. I just think people are constantly judging me. I just can't feel myself shrinking into my seat. I just can feel, just feel, I can just feel myself shrinking into my seat. And so I don't watch it because it's too embarrassing.
Interior Giovanni's panel room.
Were there any on-set romances that happened while you were making the film?
Giovanni and the audience laugh in unison.
Uh, I
Giovanni stammers.
I I plead the fifth.
The audience all laugh at his answer.
I'm kidding. No, from what I remember, no onset romances, but getting back to what I was talking about yesterday, we all got along so well and we were making it. And that's what I think of whenever I watch the movie.
Cut to interior Gunner's panel room. The The audience member points to the display case hanging on the wall. The railroad spikes are glass, all fastened to the case. Gunner turns to look at the case. The display case should have 36 spikes, all in a 6x6 array, but some of them are missing.
We actually did in most of the scenes, but
Gunner pauses for a second.
it looks like some of them have disappeared. That's strange. They were all here yesterday morning. I probably left them in my room somewhere.
Gunner pauses and then continues.
But Carter, the director, Carter Matthews, you all know him.
The audience claps and cheers, and Gunner nods his head.
Genius. Carter's a genius. Anyways, he wanted the spikes to have a heft to them, especially in the close-ups. So for almost every close-up shot, he had me holding a real railroad spike.
Gunnar fumbles his last few words and jokes about it.
Real railroad, real railroad. That's a that's hard to say.
The audience and Gunnar both laugh. Gunnar continues with his answer, this time emphasizing the words.
We used real railroad spikes for the close-ups. Most of those are here in the case if you all want to come up and get a closer look at them after the panel's done.
Gunnar pauses while the audience slightly chatters. Cut to interior Anna's panel room.
Yes, sir. You, a few rows back with the blue hat?
I was wondering, with the various movies you've done over the years, do you have a preference for the types of roles you play, or are there particular genres that you like to work in?
Anna smiles and holds up her microphone.
Hi, thank you for your question and thank you for being here. So I'll start with the genre piece first. I don't have a preference on genres. No, I've done all sorts: horror, suspense, drama, comedy. But one I'd love to try at some point is a musical.
Anna and the audience smile and let out a small laugh.
As far as a preference for which types of roles, I only have three criteria I look for when it comes to choosing scripts. Is it well written? Does it make women out to be more than one-dimensional? And does the thought of doing anything in it scare me? And if I can say yes to all three of those, then it's something I'm willing to pursue.
The man in the blue hat nods his head and sits down. Interior Giovanni's panel room.
Did you catch the news this morning that they found someone near the train tracks at Union Station who'd been killed?
The audience is all in shock, and so is Giovanni.
Gosh, no, I hadn't heard that. That's absolutely awful. Do they know what happened to them?
Interior Gunner's panel room. The same guy from the previous day who asked Gunner about why there was never a sequel stands up and asks another question.
So, regarding a sequel?
Gunner and Harvey can both be seen getting a bit tense in their respective seats.
You again?
The audience member asking the question smirks.
Me again. Don't you think you owe the rest of the cast an apology for never making a sequel?
Harvey turns around and chides the man.
Sir, that's not appropriate.
No, Harvey, it's okay.
Gunner goes back to addressing the man.
I'm actually glad you brought this up because
Gunner pauses for a second. The audience looks at him intently.
because I do think you're right. There should be a sequel.
The audience all starts to murmur. Harvey is shocked.
And I've been thinking a lot about some possible routes we could go with another film or hell, even a franchise. I've actually decided to get the process started here pretty soon in the coming weeks.
The audience continues to chatter, and eventually everyone starts to clap and cheer in excitement. Harvey looks at Gunner like he's crazy. Cut to interior Gunner's panel room. A few moments later, the audience is exiting the room. Harvey walks up to Gunner.
Are you insane?
Gunner looks at Harvey quizzically.
What?
What? A sequel? A franchise? What the hell are you talking about, Gunner? You know what we've discussed in the past.
Yes, I know what we've discussed, and I think we're wrong.
Gunner, you can't just announce a possible sequel without running it by me first. Have you talked with Kathy about this yet? Does she know? How is she supposed to run interference on this once it hits the internet?
Gunner looks out towards the doorway of the panel room and sees people leaving. There are a few people standing off to the side, waiting to see if they can talk with him. Gunner addresses them.
Hey, I'm sorry I can't talk right now, but happy to have you stop by the booth after lunch and say hi.
The people understand and start to leave. Gunner still looks like he's looking out the doorway of the panel room. Gunner addresses Harvey.
I gotta go. I'll chat with you later.
No, we need to talk about this.
Gunner finally loses it on Harvey.
Enough. You've been on my case all weekend. I'm I'm the bankroll, and you're the stooge. And sometimes I think you forget that, Harvey.
Gunnar leaves and Harvey stands in anger looking at him walk away. Interior convention hall hallway. The convention goer who has asked twice about the sequel can be seen shopping at various vendors. He pays for something at one of the booths and puts it in his bag. He leaves the convention hall and walks over to the bank of elevators in the atrium. He presses the up button on the panel next to the elevators and waits. Slowly, Spike walks up and stands close behind him. The convention goer turns around, smiles, and addresses the person.
Nice costume, man.
Spike doesn't answer. The convention goer turns back around and stands awkwardly, waiting for the elevator to arrive. Once it does, both the convention goer and Spike enter the elevator. Interior hotel elevator. Once they are inside, Spike goes to press doors closed button so that nobody else can get into the elevator with them.
Can you press 21?
Spike just looks at him. The convention goer stares back at him, a little uncomfortable. He goes to maneuver around Spike so that he can press the button himself.
Do you mind?
Spike moves barely enough out of the way so that the convention goer can press his floor. The elevator starts to move, and once it does, Spike presses the button for the second floor. The elevator stops on the second floor, and as soon as the doors open, Spike presses the doors close button again. The convention goer gives them a strange look. Once the elevator doors close again, Spike presses the button for the third floor. The elevator stops on the third floor, and again, as soon as the doors open, Spike pushes the doors close button.
You're gonna do this every floor?
Spike stares at him without answering. As the elevator starts to move again, Spike pushes the button for the fourth floor. As the door starts to open, the convention goer attempts to leave the elevator.
Fuck this, man.
Spike puts one arm out, stopping him from going through the doorway, and places their other hand on the door's close button. The elevator starts to move again.
You aren't gonna push floor number 5?
Spike stares at him. Silence. The elevator keeps moving. As it does, the convention goer tries to maneuver to get to the elevator buttons. Spike moves in front of them, blocking him.
Come on, man. Fuck this. Just let me off.
Spike stands there.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Let me off.
At this point, Spike opens their jacket and slowly pulls out one of the railroad spikes.
Okay. Okay, man. I'm sorry. I snapped.
He points to the electric panel in the elevator.
See? We're almost at my floor. Just let me off and we're all good.
The panel in the elevator shows that they've just reached the 20th floor. Spike hits the emergency stop button. Spike slowly encroaches on him. The convention goer reaches into his pocket and tries to take out his cell phone. As he does, Spike rams the railroad spike into the front of the convention goer's thigh, going through his hand and his cell phone, and out to the backside of his leg. The convention goer screams. Spike removes the railroad spike, and the convention goer takes his hand out of his pocket. There is a large hole where the spike went through, surrounded by bits of metal and plastic from the telephone. The convention goer slumps to the floor.
What the fuck? Who the fuck are you?
Spike takes the railroad spike and brandishes it above their head.
No, 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 no!
Spike brings the railroad spike down into the middle of the convention goer's stomach, who makes a loud noise in pain. Spike pushes the convention goer from the floor to up against the wall. They lift the convention goer using the railroad spike lodged into his stomach. The tip of the railroad spike scrapes around the wall behind him as he's being lifted off the ground. Spike holds the convention goer up by one arm against the ceiling of the elevator. Before the convention goer loses their battle with consciousness, he can see Spike take another railroad spike out of his jacket. The convention goer looks as Spike drives another railroad spike into his stomach, pinning him to the ceiling. Spike takes out several other railroad spikes and drives them through the convention goer so that he's fully fastened to the ceiling. Once Spike is done, they press the emergency stop button again, and the elevator doors open on the 21st floor. Spike exits the elevator, leaving the convention goer pinned to the ceiling. Interior hotel lobby atrium elevator bank. Several people wait for an elevator to come. One of the elevators ding, and the doors start to open. Someone sees the dead body and starts to scream. Others rush to see what's happening. Everybody else starts to panic. Interior convention hall. Anna is sitting at her booth, signing something for a customer. After she does, she looks over at Laura's empty booth. She takes out her phone again to text her. Hey, I'm really starting to worry about you. Please call me the minute you get this. If I don't hear from you in the next half an hour or so, I'm going to call the police. Anna hits send and puts her phone down. A girl comes up and hands her some memorabilia from Spike. She signs the piece, and the girl asks if they can take their picture together.
Can I take a picture with you?
Of course. Here, let's go over here.
Anna gets up from behind her table and walks the girl over to a red backdrop that's been placed next to the booth for the photo ops. They get their picture taken, and the girl thanks her and leaves. A scream breaks out from beyond the hall. This is the same scream of the person who was finding the body in the elevator. Convention goers start to mumble. Soon after, many of them start to leave to go towards the scream. Anna looks across the aisle at Giovanni, who is sitting at his booth. He shrugs his shoulders. Anna walks over to Giovanni, who is now standing up.
What the hell was that?
Giovanni shakes his head.
No idea. Should we go and see?
Do you think we should leave our booths?
Giovanni looks around and motions his arm as though he's drawing attention to the empty convention hall.
I don't think it's going to matter.
Good point. Where is he?
Anna points to Gutter's booth.
Haven't you seen him since lunch?
Anna looks at the empty booth, puzzled.
Huh?
Come on, let's go.
Interior convention hall hallway and elevator bank. Anna and Giovanni start to walk towards where everyone is fleeing. Once they get to the large crowd that has now gathered around the elevator, Anna pushes closer to try to see what's happening. Anna is shocked as she sees the body pinned to the ceiling of the elevator.
Oh my God!
Anna turns back to Giovanni. He puts his arm on her shoulders and tries to calm her down.
Anna, what is it?
Anna, trying hard to get her words out, points back towards the elevator.
I from yesterday.
What guy?
That guy, the one from the Q&A, the one who asked why there was never a sequel.
What about him? Is he okay?
No, he's been killed.
Giovanni looks startled.
He's in the elevator, and that's not all, Gio.
What?
He's been stabbed with railroad spikes.
Giovanni moves Anna to the side so that he can go see for himself. Once Giovanni gets to the elevator, he sees the body pinned to the ceiling and his jaw drops. He slowly starts to head back to Anna, still looking at the elevator.
I think we've got a big problem on our hands. Did you hear about the guy in Union Station this morning?
The dead body by the tracks?
Giovanni nods his head.
Yeah, I did.
Anna takes her cell phone and texts Laura.
Who are you texting?
Laura, you haven't seen her today, have you?
No, she wasn't at her booth?
No.
Didn't she go to her Q&A panel?
No, Harvey came in just before I started mine and told me she was missing. Do you have Gunner's phone number?
Giovanni nods his head.
Can you text him or call him and see where he is or if he's seen her today?
Sure.
Giovanni pulls out his cell phone to text.
I'm gonna go up to Laura's room and see if she's there.
I'll text you if I hear from Gunner.
Thanks.
Anna turns around and Giovanni puts his hand on her shoulder. Anna turns back to face him.
Be careful.
I will.
Anna turns around again and heads to the stairwell to go up to Laura's room. Interior second floor hallway. The stairwell door opens and Anna comes out. She runs, walks down the hall. She gets to the door of Laura's hotel room and knocks on it. Silence. Anna waits for a few seconds and then knocks on the door again. Silence.
Come on, Laura. Answer your door.
Anna pulls out her cell phone to text Laura again. Her text reads, "Hey, it's me knocking on your door. If you're in there, let me in." Anna puts her phone back in her pocket and knocks on the door again. This time, much harder. Anna is met with a loud knock from the other side of the door, repeating the pattern of her knocking. The knock comes again.
Laura?
Anna slowly moves to press her ear up against the door. After a few moments of silence, a railroad spike comes out, busting out of the door from the inside of Laura's hotel room. The railroad spike barely misses going into Anna's head. She sees that the railroad spike is dripping with blood. Anna screams, and the railroad spike disappears back into the inside of the hotel room. But right after it does, it once again bursts through the door and Anna moves. Instead of running, Anna slips into the janitorial closet across from Laura's hotel room. Interior closet. Anna closes the door of the janitorial closet just in time to look out of the peephole and see Spike exit from Laura's hotel room and look both ways down the hall. Since the light is off, Anna takes out her cell phone and turns on the flashlight. Once it's on, she goes to turn the lock. Anna feels a stickiness as she turns the lock. She moves her fingers in a way to get the stickiness off and looks closer to see that what she has on them is blood. Anna stifles a scream. She slowly moves her phone's flashlight over to the inside of the closet and sees the dead body of the concierge. She puts her hand up to her mouth. Anna closes her eyes. She takes a second and then slowly turns back towards the peephole. She looks out and there's Spike looking back in at her. Anna screams. The door handle starts to jiggle. The rattling of the door handle becomes increasingly harder. Anna looks out of the peephole again. Spike is furious. Spike hits the door in frustration and after a second quickly ducks down under the peephole. Anna panics and stands on her tippy toes, looking into the peephole, trying to see where Spike went. Anna turns around, leans against the door, and takes out her phone to text Giovanni. Her text reads, Gio, I think Laura is dead. I was just up at her room and someone inside dressed as Spike tried to kill me. I'm hiding in the janitor's closet across from her room, room 217. And he's trying to get in, but I have the door locked. Anna presses send. Cut to convention hall lobby. Giovanni's cell phone vibrates as Anna's text messages come in. Giovanni reads them and starts to run in the direction of the stairwell, pushing people out of his way.
Get out of the way!
Cut to interior janitorial closet. Anna dials 911 on her cell phone. The phone rings once before a dispatcher answers.
911, please state your name and your emergency.
Anna has her hand cupped around her phone.
My name is Anna Nadell. I'm trapped at the Courtyard Marriott in downtown Denver. It's the hotel where the Mile High Horror Convention is happening. Someone has killed someone here and now they're trying to kill me.
Ma'am, I need you to remain as calm as possible. We already have police en route to the hotel. I can call them and tell them what's happening to you, but I need to know exactly where you are in the building.
The second floor, hiding in the janitor's closet across from 217. Please tell them to hurry.
Ma'am, I can see on my end that they're almost to the hotel. Please stand by while I contact them to let them know where you are.
Someone starts pounding loudly on the door of the janitor's closet. Anna lets out a scream. The dispatcher can hear her.
Ma'am, are you there? Ma'am?
Silence. Anna slowly presses the button to hang up the call. As she does, she fumbles to turn her phone's flashlight on again. Anna starts rummaging through the closet for anything she can find that she might be able to use as a weapon. Once again, the sound of loud knocking. This time, it's accompanied by someone talking. It's Giovanni. Cut to interior hallway.
Anna, are you there? It's me.
Cut to interior janitorial closet. Anna goes from one side of the closet over to the door. On her way over, she trips on the dead body of the concierge. She lands her head right next to the head of the concierge in a pool of blood that is mostly dried. Anna screams and Giovanni becomes more panicked. Cut to hallway. Giovanni starts beating on the door harder now, trying to open it.
Anna, open the fucking door!
Cut to janitorial closet. Anna scrambles to get up and makes her way to the door.
Gio, be careful! He's out there!
As she goes to unlock the door, she hears someone outside yell.
Freeze!
Anna unlocks the door and opens it up. Cut to hallway. Anna is greeted by Giovanni with his hands in the air. He backs up slowly to let Anna out of the closet.
I said freeze.
Giovanni stops moving, and Anna barely has enough room to slip out. When she's finally out of the closet, she stands up slowly with her hands in the air.
Stop! It's not him! It's not him! He's trying to help. I'm the one who called 911.
Reluctantly, the police officer starts to lower his gun.
Ma'am, are you sure?
Anna's eyes grow wide in terror. The officer starts to panic. He raises his gun again.
Ma'am, are you okay? Ma'am, what's wrong?
Giovanni sees what Anna is looking at and points.
Oh, holy shit, look out!
The officer turns around just in time for Spike to drive a railroad spike into one side of his neck. Involuntarily, the officer shoots his gun into the floor. Spike takes the railroad spike out of his neck, and the officer falls to the floor.
Gio, let's go!
Giovanni and Anna turn and run to the stairwell. Spike throws the railroad spike down the hallway. The railroad spike barely misses Giovanni, planting itself into the wall next to his leg. Anna and Giovanni both stare at the railroad spike in the wall and look up to see Spike walking down the hallway towards them. Spike takes another railroad spike out of their jacket. Anna and Giovanni open the door to the stairwell. Before she heads downstairs, Anna stops, turns around, and opens the door from the stairwell back into the hallway.
Are you out of your fucking mind? What are you doing?
Anna opens the stairwell door and takes a few quick steps to the railroad spike in the wall. She pulls it out and looks up, but Spike is nowhere to be seen. She looks around for a few seconds, brandishing the railroad spike in her hands. After a few moments, she turns around and opens the door to the stairwell again. Interior stairwell. Anna and Giovanni bolt down the flight of stairs and halt halfway down. Anna stops. Anna pockets the railroad spike uneasily as it is very big and doesn't fit very well. They get to the ground floor and burst to the lobby. Still panic and pandemonium in the lobby of the hotel. Convention goers are split in two. Some are trying to see the elevator while others are trying to flee the scene.
I think she just went frozen.
Okay, I'll read my line then. We gotta get out of here.
I'm not leaving until I know what happened to Laura.
Anna, she's dead.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do, and we both know who killed her.
Anna gives Giovanni a look of confusion. Giovanni leans in and whispers,
Her boyfriend.
William?
Who else would it be? I mean, have you seen him since he lost it on the guy yesterday?
Anna takes a second and takes her.
That's why we've got to get out of here. And we have to tell the police what he's done. I mean,
Giovanni motions around with his hands in the air.
look at this.
Suddenly, behind Giovanni, William's body falls from the height of the atrium and lands splattering on the floor in the hallway. Everybody, still in the lobby, starts to scream. The panic of the place has just intensified. Giovanni and Anna both look at William lying dead on the floor.
What the fuck?
Anna's eyes are wide.
Oh, what the fuck?
Anna goes to pull Giovanni's arm.
Gio, we can't stay here. We have to go.
Giovanni stands there, staring in disbelief at William. Anna starts to yell.
Gio, we have to leave.
Before Anna can finish the word leave, Laura's body splatters on the floor next to William's. Anna screams and runs towards Laura. She kneels on the ground crying.
Laura!
Anna holds her dead friend's hand.
Oh my God, no! Laura!
A railroad spike plants itself into the ground. Giovanni and Anna both look in the direction that it came from. At the top of the atrium, Spike throws another railroad spike down on the ground. Anna sees it and rolls away from Laura. The railroad spike lands in the back of William's thigh. Anna gets up and bolts across the hotel lobby, motioning for her to come to him. As she runs across the lobby, Spike continues hurling railroad spikes down at her. All of the railroad spikes land inches away from her and plant themselves to the floor. Anna makes it over to where Giovanni is, and the two of them fall to the floor, sitting up against the wall.
What the fuck? Who the fuck is that? What the fuck is going on?
No!
We've got to find out. We have to go, the police, and tell them who's doing this.
Anna pauses for a second. Suddenly, it looks as though a lightning bolt has hit her.
Your phone!
What?
Your phone! Your phone! Has Gunnar texted you back?
What difference does that make?
Mia, whoever this is killed Laura, and they've tried to kill you and me!
So?
They're targeting those of us here who had anything to do with the movie. We have to make sure he's all right.
Giovanni pulls out his cell phone. No text from Gunnar.
Nothing, but why do you care anyways? Don't you hate the guy?
No more than you.
I don't hate the guy.
Anna just gives him a look like she's calling him on his bullshit. Giovanni finally cops and puts his hands up.
Okay, I hate the guy, but I see your point. You don't want him to.
Out of nowhere, a railroad flies into the side of Giovanni's head and nails it to the wall behind him. Standing several feet away is Spike. Anna screams. Anna stands up and bolts in the direction of the convention hall and the individual panel rooms. Spike follows her, but stops on his way to pull the railroad spike out of Giovanni's head. Interior convention hall hallway. Anna runs down the hallway of the convention hall, which is now completely empty. In front of her is the large convention hall, and on either side of her are the individual panel rooms the actors were in earlier that day. Anna pauses and then decides to go into the convention hall and hide. Vendors have left all of their supplies on the individual tables. Anna looks frantically around to see if there's anything she can use as a weapon to protect herself. As she traverses the aisles booths, she picks up random objects, testing to see if they might be a good weapon, putting all of them down, not choosing any of them. She looks up just in time to see Spike enter the convention hall. Before Spike turns their head towards her, Anna ducks down and crawls under one of the tables. Spike roams the aisles as Anna tries to work her way towards the entrance of the room, crawling under the tables. As she finally makes it to one of the tables closest to the doorway, she stops. She can see Spike's boots. They have made it their way back to the doorway. Anna crawls back as quietly as possible underneath the tables and looks for a different plan of action. Against one of the walls is a designer's rack full of various horror costumes. Anna, just across the aisle from the rack, peeks her head up slowly from the table she's under and can see that Spike is still at the entranceway to the room they're in. Anna pushes herself up from her knees to a crouching position and edges her way towards the designer's rack. She tries to hide inside the clothes up against the wall as quietly as possible. The designer's rack is next to a table that still has vendor's items on it. Anna picks up one of the items the vendor is selling and after a few seconds throws it as far as she can. The sound of the item hitting one of the other tables grabs Spike's attention. Spike starts walking very slowly towards the noise, railroad spike in hand. Spike makes their way past the designer's rack of clothing. As Spike passes the rack, they see the item on the floor. Spike ducks their head under the table as fast as they can to try to catch Anna. Anna is not there. Spike straightens up and looks around the convention hall but doesn't see anything. Suddenly, Anna comes out from behind the designer's rack, screaming and brandishing the railroad spike she has. She drives the spike into the back of one of Spike's shoulders and Spike falls to the floor, unmoving. Anna takes the railroad spike out of Spike's shoulder and threads it through one of the belt loops in her jeans. Anna runs out of the convention hall back into the hallway. Anna starts running down the hallway. Suddenly, from her right, she hears a voice whispering her name from Gunnar's panel room. Anna turns her head in his direction but can't see him.
Anna, over here.
Anna still can't find him. Interior Gunnar's panel room. As Anna heads into Gunnar's panel room, she sees his hand come out from underneath the skirting around the platform. Gunnar is hiding under the stage at the head of the room. He motions her to come join him.
Come on, under here. He won't find us under here.
From behind her, she can hear a sharp noise. Spike is dragging a railroad spike across the side of the wall of the hallway. Blood is dripping onto the ground from the shoulder that Anna stabbed a few moments ago. Cut to Gunner's panel room. Anna dashes through Gunner's panel room and crawls under the stage curtain just in time for Spike to miss seeing her do so. Anna, now crouched down under the stage next to Gunner, is breathing, mimic a shushing sound. Anna covers her mouth to try to stop the heavy sounds of her breathing. Slowly, Gunner skirting slightly open, point of the panel room in the hallway. After a few moments, Spike slowly walks past Gunner's panel room. Anna tries to get out from under the stage, but Gunner grabs her arm and shakes his head.
I don't know where he's going.
Anna pauses and settles back to her original crouching position. The two of them move the curtain back again just slightly to see if both of them can see Spike. They both look out for a few seconds and see nothing.
Do you think he's gone?
After a few moments of silence, a railroad spike is driven down through the floor on the far side of the stage. Anna and Gunner's eyes go wide. Anna puts a hand on Gunner's shoulder. She can tell he's about to scream, so she puts her hand over his mouth. Another railroad comes through the floor of the stage, this time a little closer. Spike is standing in front of the stage with the railroad spike in their hand, stabbing the stage with the spike at various intervals as they walk down towards where Anna and Gunner are, underneath on the opposite side. Anna makes a rolling motion with her fingers and points to one side of the stage, motioning for Gunner to crawl his body over to that end. She makes a motion like she's going to crawl herself over to the other side of the stage opposite him, even though that's where Spike is driving the railroad spike through the floor. She motions that she's going to go towards the back, away from the front of the stage. Gunner nods his head and slowly over to the respective sides. A railroad spike continues to come down multiple times through various locations in the floor as Spike makes their way across the stage. Suddenly, the railroad spike stops coming through the floor. Anna and Gunner wait to see what will happen next. After a few moments of silence, suddenly Spike opens the skirting underneath the table to reveal themselves. This startles both Gunner and Anna.
Run!
Gunner and Anna both come out from underneath their sides of the table and start running towards the entrance of the room. Spike leaps up on both feet of the stage, takes out a railroad spike, and chucks it across the room, nailing Gunner in his back. Gunner screams and drops to the floor. Anna turns to go over to him. Spike and Anna play a game of chicken, both to outmaneuver the other on their way to Gunner. Anna stops, so does Spike. When she starts moving again, Spike does as well. Anna stops, so does Spike. Gunner is on the. Suddenly, Spike yells Gunner's name.
Gunner!
Harvey?
Harvey!
Spike his mask to reveal Harvey underneath. Harvey, smiling, takes a step, who is now trying to crawl away from him.
Where are you off to, Gunner?
Anna tries taking a step towards Gunner, who is crawling toward her. Spike sees this and makes a motion at her. Flinches and stops. He keeps walking towards Gunner. Spike eventually stands over Gunner, who is still struggling to crawl.
I hope you've had your tetanus shots.
Spike takes his boot and steps onto the railroad spike in Gunner's back. Gunner screams loudly and stops crawling. Spike laughs again.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Spike looks at Anna and smiles.
You don't need to be here, Miss Sini.
Spike points to the doorway behind her.
The door's open. You're a free woman. Why don't you leave and let Gunner and I here work out our unfinished business?
You mean leave so that you can kill him?
Why not, Miss Sini? You don't like him anyway. Maybe with him out of the picture, you can finally get your wish.
What wish is that, you fucking psycho?
A
Spike
sequel.
raises his eyebrows.
Isn't that what you've always wanted? And wasn't it this man here lying on the floor, the one who has kept you from it all these years?
Spike takes his boot and steps on the railroad spike again, moving it deeper into Gunner's back. Gunner screams again. Anna looks at him with pain in her eyes.
Don't pretend you're not grateful. I know deep down you've been wanting to do something like this to Gunner for a long time. Haven't you?
I never wanted to kill anyone. No, I'm not fucked up like you are.
I'm not fucked up, Miss Sweeney. I'm fed up.
But
Fed up.
Spike turns toward Gunner and kicks him. Gunner groans.
Fed up with clients who won't listen.
Spike kicks Gunner again, and Gunner groans in pain.
Stop it!
Fed up with clients who think they know better.
Spike kicks Gunner again and again. Gunner groans.
Fed up with years of insistence.
Each word that Spike says in the phrase years of insistence is associated with a kick.
That their careers are their own, and they don't need somebody guiding them towards who they truly are, rather than what the public wants them to be.
At this point, he crouches down on his knees and puts his head as close to Gunner's head as possible.
But you do, Gunner. You do need me. You're better than this trash.
Spike moves his arm, trying to indicate all around him.
This filthy genre that only caters to the lowest retardation of life on the planet. These people, the ones here this weekend, the fans you've amassed over the years, all they want is to see the next inventive kill, the next creature from another dimension, the next horror icon, graphically dismembering their victims. They don't give a fuck about you, Gunner. I do. I want what you want. I want what's best for you. But you don't listen.
Spike has reached his hand around to Gunner's back and twists the railroad spike. Gunner grimaces in pain.
I have not worked this long and this hard, moving your career toward the status of prestige, only to have you announce to the whole world, without even consulting me first, that you're thinking about doing this shit again.
Spike moves his hands around to point out the horror convention around them. Sorry. As he does, he twists. No. Yeah. He twists the railroad spike again in Gunner's back. Gunner screams.
Besides, don't you think that sequels and remakes make franchises suck?
Anna screams from where she is, but Spike pays no attention to her.
Stop it! You're killing him!
You know, yesterday Miss Sini over there said something interesting to you. She told you to find your spine. Have you found it yet?
Gunner is writhing in agony.
I can't hear you, Gunner. Have you found it yet?
Fuck you!
Spike makes a face of pity at Gunner.
That's not very charitable, Gunner. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you find your spine. And you know what?
Spike pauses as Gunner looks up at him, helpless.
I think I have.
With a masochistic grin, Spike takes the railroad spike out of Gunner's back and brings it down hard again into Gunner's spine. Gunner screams out in agony. All the while, he hasn't realized that Anna has been getting closer. Eventually, she starts charging towards him, screaming. Spike turns around just in time to see Anna drive a railroad spike into his front right shoulder. Spike screams out, and falls to the floor. Anna jumps on top of him, pinning his arms to the ground with her knees.
That's right, you fuck. Don't even try to move.
Anna pulls out the railroad spike from Spike's shoulder and Spike screams. She holds the tip of the railroad spike up underneath his chin.
You move and I will fucking kill you.
Spike tries to writhe again, and Anna presses the railroad spike up underneath his chin even further, now with the tip fully pushing the skin in.
No!
Anna moves her face as close as she can to Spike's face.
I don't think so.
Anna Spike's neck and twirls like a baton in her hand. She raises the railroad spike up above her head. The two stare at each other for a second. All of a sudden, Spike starts grinning.
What's so funny, you fucking psycho?
I've always wanted you on top, Miss Seanie.
Anna has a look of disgust on her face. Spike keeps grinning and suddenly headbutts Anna. Anna falls back onto the ground and puts her hand up to where he headbutted her. The railroad spike Anna had been using on him scuttles across the floor and stops near Gunner. Gunner picks up the railroad spike and calls for Anna. Spike slowly starts to stand up.
Anna,
Anna turns and Gunner throws the railroad spike for her to catch. Anna gives him a look like he's crazy for throwing a sharp object.
sorry.
Anna turns back to Spike, who is now standing with his jacket open, exposing all the remaining railroad spikes. Spike grins at her and quickly goes to draw one of the railroad spikes out of his jacket, but it's too late. Anna sees this and is quicker.
Fucking asshole.
Anna charges Spike, brandishing the railroad spike in her hand, screaming. She plunges the railroad spike into one of his eyes. Spike, screaming, puts his hand up and tries to take it out. As this is happening, Anna reaches into his jacket and pulls out another railroad spike, plunging it into his other eye. Spike falls to the floor. Anna stands over him, looking down.
Looks like the eyes have it.
Anna lowers herself to get on top of him again. She reaches inside his jacket and takes out one final railroad spike. She puts her face up close to Spike's.
And another thing,
Anna pauses, holding the railroad spike in mid-lift.
my name isn't Anna Seanie.
Anna screams and brings the railroad spike into her hand into Spike's crotch. At the moment of impact, Spike's body jolts for one last time. Anna waits a few seconds, watching Spike slowly gargling and spitting blood out of his mouth.
My name is Anna Nadeau.
Anna stands up and puts one leg on each side of his body. She stares down at him, watching to see if he's still alive, but he's not. Spike is dead. Gunnar can be heard groaning in the background, and Anna turns her head towards him. She runs over and kneels down next to him.
Gunnar, are you okay?
Gunnar groans.
Never better.
Anna lets out a small laugh and tries to help him stand up. Gunnar has his arm around her shoulder and she carries him out limping. Interior hotel lobby atrium. As they are exiting, Gunnar asks her the question.
So, I've been meaning to ask you, you ever thought about doing a sequel?
Anna laughs and Gunnar lets out his own small laugh as well. They walk through the hotel lobby towards the doors of the hotel and out to the police who are trying to manage crowd control. The end.
Good job, guys. That was good. That was awesome. Thank you, Alejandra. Hope you're okay. We almost lost you there
Yes,
for a second.
I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry. My Zoom just
No,
like
it's fine. You made it.
yeah.
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 I know it was a long haul, so I appreciate everybody. Thanks everybody for doing it. Nathan, do you want to ask any questions? Do you have any comments right from the top?
I actually have one question really quickly. Can we take like a 2-minute bathroom break really quickly? I need to
Yeah, how about it's 17 after the hour? How about we come back at 20 after the hour?
Thank you, thank you, thank
Give you
you.
3 minutes. Back. Back. Okay, Nathan, do you want to make any initial comments? Do you have any questions for the actors at all?
No, I would just love to kind of hear people's thoughts and yeah.
How does it feel getting your words come out?
Um, it's good. You know, I've written this script and read it and reread it and edited it so many different times, and it's very interesting to hear different interpretations of what I've written out and heard in my head so many different times. And I actually also took notes of different places in the script where I'm like, oh, I can't believe I left that error in there. I need to go back and fix this. And so it's it's great. Doesn't, you know, there's no reading it so many times, no matter how many times I've read it, and I've just missed those errors. And finally hearing it now read out loud, it's just a completely different experience. And it's, if for no other reason, and there's plenty of other reasons other than that why this is great, but if for no other reasons, it was great for just being able to go back and look to see what those errors were.
Does anybody have any initial comments they want to make about the script in general?
I think it's really cool. I like the whole idea of like it's set at a horror film convention. It's really unique and interesting. I loved it. It was a lot of fun to read.
Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoyed the some of the sarcasm stuff that was in there too. Their relationships, and things like that. So yeah, I really enjoyed those parts.
Thank you.
Pardon me for my camera suddenly dying. I really enjoyed the script. I've been fortunate enough to play the slasher killer in a couple of horrors, and I really loved the misdirection as to who Spike might be at various points. Like initially it looked like William, and then maybe it's somebody else. But I really enjoyed that. Great horror tropes.
Oh, thanks. Do you mind me asking what were the films that you were in where you were playing that character?
I played Gordo in Herschel Gordon Lewis's Blood Mania.
Oh my goodness.
It's a four-part. It's like four short stories, and it's the fourth story. It's
Yeah.
absolutely loony. It's the last film Herschel made before he died.
Yeah.
It was shot here in Calgary, 14 years ago or something.
Sorry, go ahead.
Lots of fun. And I was recently playing an aging, dying serial killer of children on a Lifetime movie called The Little Girl Who Lived, and that was a lot of fun.
Huh. That's interesting. I would love to know, obviously not now, but I would love to know more about what working with Lewis was like. That would be fascinating.
Yeah, anytime. I'll reach out.
Any other comments? I'm curious what Lauren has to say, because since she was like the main character.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I did want to let out a few screams. I've got my son on a Zoom in the next room and my husband downstairs on a Zoom. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just gonna hold off. But I do have a good scream in me if you ever want to hear it, Nate. Yeah. I loved the script. I loved all the twists and turns. I loved the relationships between, I mean, it's always fun to have, there's like the girl come right, the chummy girlfriend, and then there's of course she had something with this guy, and there's just the relationships were all so spot on. I really thought it was really well written.
Oh,
Really fun to do. Thank you.
Anybody else have anything that's like any other general comments? Or you have any questions at all, like Nathan, just in terms of the characters or like did everybody think all the red herrings and kind of like the misdirections worked? I guess did anybody see the ending coming when they were reading the script?
No, I think it all kind of flowed pretty well, and I do like the twists and turns you added in there, and it wasn't confusing at all. I mean, you could see it as it was, evolving.
Yeah.
I felt
Like
like
even
as I
when I just
was, oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, please, please.
I was just gonna say, even when I was reading it in advance, I was like, this is creepy. Like even just reading it, I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
in a good way. In like its intended way.
What
I
made you come up with railroad spikes?
so I'm a huge movie fan in general. So I love movies, but I grew up in the 80s, and so I'm a huge horror movie fan as well too. And I know not everybody that grew up in the 80s is a horror fan, but 80s was such a prime time for horror and especially for slashers. And they used to scare the shit out of me when I was younger. And but I've as a kid, or as a like a teenager, as an adult, I just kind of grew to love them. And so as I was thinking about this, writing this script, I've actually thought about the script for a while, and I was thinking about it as a sequel to one of the Scream movies when I originally started writing it, because there's that whole meta aspect to it. And when I started writing, I was like, okay, come back down to earth. Nobody's hiring you to write a new Scream movie, Nathan. So come back down to earth and like level yourself out here a little bit. And so as I started thinking about that, I started thinking about like, okay, what is something that I haven't seen used in other horror movies before? What's a tool or an instrument that I can think of that people haven't used? And that the genesis kind of came from that.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah. Here's a question. There seems that there cannot be a sequel, but would you write a prequel to follow this up with?
Ooh.
Nice.
Um,
Uh,
I actually, it's funny to say, I actually have, I have the second movie already outlined, or I have the second script already outlined, and then I have an idea for the third one as well too. But I'm in the middle of writing a completely different script right now, and I'm not somebody that can multitask very well. When I'm like, if I'm reading, I can only stick with one book at a time, or if I'm writing, I can only stick with one script at a time. So I've got probably about another 40-ish pages or so to finish on the script that I'm currently writing. And then once I'm finished with edits on that one, which will take me probably forever, but once I'm finished with edits on that one, then I'm going to come back and revisit this one. But for the sequel, I had thought of this idea of it being set on the set of the movie, that they're now that Gunnar has come and said like, okay, I'm ready to revisit these characters again, and I'm ready to have these rights be sold, to see what happens with Gunnar and Anna and the rest of the cast and crew on set. That's kind of a very very rough sketch of where that is. But in terms of a prequel, uh, I've not thought of doing a prequel, but I'm certainly would be open to it. I would love to actually go down that route and think about it.
Yeah, because
Or
this
how
seems
about
like
the
such a great starting point. Like it's all set in basically one location,
yeah.
so makes it really much more feasible for like a first offering of the franchise kind of thing, budgetarily, that kind of thing. And then I imagine it can be very successful, and then subsequent ones raise more money and do them in a bigger fashion, so to speak.
Yeah, open that world up a little bit more, both like figuratively and literally.
Yeah, it's just seems like a really rich world you've created here. Like a lot of opportunities to go to a bunch of different directions, which yeah, well done on hitting the mark there for the horror genre. Good job.
Thank you. I mean, it was interesting, that scene. The whole Union Station scene was something that was originally was just a very quick, short scene, and I wasn't happy with it. And so my partner and I got on the light rail. We used to live in the Denver area, and we just moved out to the LA area. We've been here for a couple of months now, but um, we got on the light rail because we'd never taken it, and we wanted to just kind of go on it just for fun. And it ends at Union Station, and so we took the light rail down and we had dinner down there, but then we were also walking around and getting a better sense of what Union Station looks like so that I could come back and actually use it to write in that script. So all of that stuff about Union Station and all the descriptions of it and stuff are pretty close to what that looks like. Now I don't, if they were filming it, I don't know if they would film it in Denver, if they would try to film it someplace else that and just pass it off as Denver or not. But that was actually quite a bit of fun to do that.
Yeah, there's some cool train stations. LA's actually got some cool train stations. I've taken the train there, and Seattle's got an awesome one. Yeah, bunch of places.
Yeah.
But you could also write the film itself, right? The film on the film.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think
Hmm.
that was actually initially where when is it Cam or Cameron, or do you have a
Oh,
preference on that at
either
all?
or. I don't know why it shows Cam on my thing, but Cameron,
Uh,
I'm happy to be called Cam.
when Cameron had first asked about the prequel, my mind initially went to, well, let's make a the prequel would be the actual film itself that people are coming to this horror convention to celebrate 30 years later or 25 years later or whatever.
So I
Yeah.
just have a question about tone. In terms of it, obviously it's a horror film, but do you want more, like, obviously there's going to be screen comparisons, right, to this
Sure.
film? Do you want more comedy in it? Like, is that what you're going for, like at the beginning, or do you want it to be very dramatic? I was just curious in terms of like setting up the actual horror itself, I guess.
I think with the kind of like with Scream, kind of the level of knowing that these characters bring to the genre, it's kind of hard for um, maybe if not full on comedy, at least irony to find its way into this, right? And so with irony, there's an underlying level of humor that is kind of inescapable. You can't really avoid it. Um, but not to the point where, like, if you again, I'm a huge fan of these, and so even if I'm making it sound like I don't like them or I'm dogging on them, I still and love them with my whole heart. But like when you think about something like the Nightmare on Elm Street series, which is something that starts off really seriously and then progressively gets cornier and more in jokes and stuff like that as the series progresses. Um, it's something that I would like it to avoid becoming too um, sticky, I guess, right? It's something that becomes too much of schlock as opposed to taking it seriously. But I think again, there's just an inevitable sense that that comes with a knowing, and you're playing to audiences also who know this stuff as well too. There's an inevitable sense of irony that I don't think you can escape from. So I don't know if that really answers your question or not, but now don't get me wrong. The further you get into the Nightmare on Elm Street series, I still love them just as much. Just in a different way than the original one.
It's almost like making fun of itself, right? Because it becomes its own kind of, like, everybody knows Freddy, everybody knows the over the top, like, so it's kind of almost like it starts to make fun of itself after like sequel six, I guess, right?
I mean, there's no way for something that's big that is such a large part of the zeitgeist, in the 80s and 90s. There's no way that can't eventually just kind of end up eating itself to begin with, or like, and um, you kind of have to acknowledge that head on and just start approaching it from that. that standpoint, because eventually, you know, when a character dies over and over and over and over again, but then somehow just keeps coming back, and you have to run with the kind of zaniness that entails inherently, and that's great.
Anybody want to make any other comments?
I just want to thank everybody again so much for being here and for your time with this reading. It was really, really awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
So I have one more question or comment to make, if that's okay. Because obviously there's kind of a sub theme of fandom, or like of this kind of convention. I was curious if you were interested in, like, say, another draft playing up on that more, because it's kind of a fascinating topic about like people who attend these conventions, and they're you kind of played it safe with even the audience members, because I know you didn't want to like make fun of them, but there's something interesting about fanaticism. It doesn't matter if you're a sports fan or you're a comic book fan, Star Wars fan. There's someone, like, when someone takes it to the extreme, I guess. But I guess I don't know. I was curious if you ever wanted to play that up, because you are in a kind of fan convention, right? So there's interesting characters, to say the least, in that kind of environment.
Yeah, there are really interesting people, and especially from the outside looking in, when you see people who are, you know, come to these things and they're dressed in horror costumes and they've got the makeup on, and they have a ton of knowledge, and they have knowledge about things that, like, I'm sure the people in the movies who made them don't even realize, you know, were actually stuff. Um, but I've been to a lot of these conventions, and I've talked to a lot of people, and for the most part, despite the kind of obvious misgivings that people might have about what, you know, the genre itself, and what people might think about the genre, whether or not they spend time with it, these people are like really lovely people for the most part, and they're really like open, and they're really, really want to, like, they really want to talk about the things that they are passionate about and that they love. And there's actually this really great store here in LA. It's called Slash World, and it's like this store that's just dedicated to slashers. And so it's great because Hollywood has, or LA has everything, right? Sorry, it's my dog in the background trying to get up if it's too loud. But so yes, I think that there's definitely a route to go down when you think about the kind of the fanaticism of something, that it becomes unhinged itself, and that leads it towards something like what, like a Fatal Attraction type thing for movie hounds and stuff. But I wanted to. I tried playing I tried making the convention goers as likable as possible, except for the two that get killed, just because um, I want to try to like represent that as much as possible, because a lot of people that go to these they're really cool people that from the outside looking in, they might not seem that way. But a fanatic one is an easy, or easy, but I think would be a really good way to potentially follow some of this up, for sure.
Any other comments to make? All right, so everybody, I hope everybody had a good time. That was great, and yeah, we got it off the page. It reads really nicely paced script. Nicely read really well. Just 2 hours. It's like almost like a minute a page. So, which usually isn't the case when you're doing these readings. So it's a nice little pace to it. Great dialogue. So hope everybody enjoyed themselves.
Thank you, and thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me here.
All right, and everybody enjoy the rest of their day.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Good job.
Bye. Take care.